Hey, Vampire Logan here. We are here to, I think, play D&D, the Shattered
Maybe for
campaign.
this giggle.
We are on episode 10 now. It's either D&D Shattered or it's a High School Musical. We're not sure. But, we're gonna just go ahead and jump into a recap this time.
We've recapped both.
We did the recap off camera, but now we're on camera, so now we're gonna do it again. So I will start, I guess. So Jules basically no, I'll start with the so we found out some stuff from the dwarf whose name is Athari, I think.
Sorry, that's right.
Yeah. And
he's very sorry.
I actually read sorry. I actually read Brian's notes last time, so that was good.
Oh.
And it's because I wanted to get that name and put it into the description.
Good way to catch up.
That would be helpful for me, but I want to remain obtuse. Thank you.
But
Well done.
yeah, so we had found out that we found out from the people we defeated that were near the dwarf while he was trying to break through the grate for them, and they had told us about the warehouse. We went and found the warehouse. Jules and the imp went around and scouted out all the windows of the warehouse, and then when we got to the front window, what did we do? We heard something was going on, or I heard something in there, and then we just burst in. Oh no, someone came out the door. You guys put them to sleep, and then Hep pulled them over to the corner. But then we knew someone else was aware, so we just jumped in and started things off. And I burst in through the left window, and then you guys went in through the main door, and then I went down and took out the caster after he tried to hold person me. Luckily, it didn't work. And then we had a big fight. We captured a couple, like 3 people, and we rescued the dwarf's wife and some other people that were held there. The sheriff had been killed.
The wife
right?
and the sheriff. Yeah,
The sheriff was chilling.
Wasn't killed.
She just had her tongue cut out.
But she was. Oh, she had her tongue cut out.
She'd been interrogated.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to bring her to get her tongue.
Yeah, because she was
properly.
belligerent with them when she was being interrogated, so we found that out. And
yeah, she
Probably
basically
did it on purpose.
between her bragging and from
Yeah, she did it on purpose.
Comet is the name of the Theri's wife. So I'll just say that now. Between Comet and her accounting, she basically brought it on herself, and thus ensured that she wasn't going to tell the cultists anything that they wanted. Once her tongue was out, there was no point in torturing her or trying to entice her to speak at all anymore.
Dead men tell no tales, but neither do people without tongues.
That's right.
Yeah.
Until they have a writing utensil.
Yes.
Would Zone of Truth work for writing down things, though? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it's just verbal.
Exactly.
And also, they don't have to answer.
They don't have to
Only
answer.
if they do answer, and even then, you don't really know if they've saved or not. So
the thing is, it's not like they really. A lot of people don't know what the spell is, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just know that suddenly I can't lie. So like the first time you ask them a question and they might respond like as a joke, something false, and then they say the truth instead, and they're like, shit.
Okay.
I know the feeling.
Actually, when you act tattoos, I'm sorry.
You know when you go to tell a lie and then you accidentally tell the truth and you're like, fuck. We can all relate.
Why did I say that?
Yeah. I could see something like that happening.
What's the movie with the
Liar,
liar? Yeah.
Yeah, they can't speak a deliberate lie.
Except that he can't write a lie either, actually.
Yeah.
That is a plot point in that movie.
It's true. Maybe it's like that. I don't know.
I have not seen that movie in so long. I cannot believe I remembered that.
So
was
funny.
like Jim Carrey's prime.
I was gonna say actually probably my
bunch
favorite
of
Jim Carrey
movies
movie because I'm not a
in
huge
5
Jim
years.
Carrey person.
Yeah.
He has some really good, actually, just well acted movies where he's not trying to be silly. Like Something of a Spotless Mind. That was awesome. That one.
Yeah, I didn't really like it, but that was because I didn't really get it very much. But
it's a weird movie. Like It's
Yeah.
all dream
what's
stuff.
that other one? Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Yeah.
Movie
Really-
slaps so
really-
fucking hard.
That's back to his old days.
High on the hill that's a good fucking movie.
He is such a great villain in that.
He was
like
so
so
good.
good. He
James
stole
Marsden was in
every
it. Ben
scene.
Schwartz. It was fucking great.
It's like he's a pet detective, but unchained from being nice.
I love this recap. I know so much now.
Yeah.
No,
We did
Sonic now.
High
Yeah,
School
we're-
Musical before the stream, and now we're doing Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey
recap.
movies. Jim
Oh,
Carrey
man.
movie recap.
Recap.
Can we pick a different actor?
I don't know who would play
Instead,
who would play your
Why don't
character.
we move on
Let's
with
do
what's
that.
going on in the warehouse?
Which actor
Kevin
would play your
Bacon.
character in this game?
Yeah. So I'm gonna fast forward over most of the searching that goes on shortly after the last session. You guys did some interrogation and then you kind of walked around. Of note, you guys saw during the fight one of the tough guys who had a sword of some note. You couldn't really see much about it, but he did teleport it to his hand out of its sheath. So you
Right.
know there's something magical about it.
No, I thought
Hey,
he could
tough
just do
guy,
that.
what you got in your hand there?
There's also
Oh, you
some
think
other
you're a tough
things.
guy, huh?
Who here has detect magic? Does anybody have?
Me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I
Are
can
you going to
cast it
cast
as a
it during this?
ritual.
Yeah.
It's a ritual spell, right?
We got
One
time.
Yes,
sec.
it
I
is.
can't remember how anything works. Okay. I found my spells.
How do you D&D?
You poke in the
I
button and it
don't
works.
know any websites. No one's
Okay. Also of note are a hat in the possession of the guy who was that Vamp referred to as the caster a little while ago.
Do you want to steal the hat? He would look snazzy in it.
One of the orcs had a potion of some kind. And looking through the center room, I'll ping it here on the map. This one, the purple circles in it.
Can't see anything.
This is
I think you're
a
on
bunch
DM's layer.
of.
We can't see your.
So
your
I
thing.
am.
Sorry.
You're right.
Can't
There we
see
go.
you.
There we go.
Oh,
The
there.
rock
Yep.
room. Okay.
Yep. The rock room. That's right. This is a bunch of minerals. But in here also is comet matter that's to be shipped out. And
to be shipped out.
one to be shipped out, so unrefined. However, one of the stones in there is more like a geode than just pure unrefined matter. And in the
Oh.
center of it is a chunk of refined comet matter.
Bro, we
Ooh.
opened that door and Celine is literally just like,
Make
holy
a cup
fuck.
out of it.
Mhm. So this is an industry, right? People bring this stuff to town and they ship it out pretty commonly in its
Commonly?
unrefined state. Most of the stuff is like in
I know it's really common,
embedded-
but Celine
Yep.
still gets really excited every time she sees it.
So this stuff is like embedded in rocks that look like regular stone. You've got like partially comet matter, partially regular stone. It's going to take a lot of work to get anything good out of it. And there's no particularly large chunks except for this one notable geode.
We
Okay.
can
Yoink
get
the
that.
geode, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that.
For now, see if it stays with us.
What about this
Mhm.
room?
Yeah.
That has a bunch of mechanical bits. It looks like mining equipment.
Oh, okay.
Do we know
it's
what
like
this warehouse is used for?
this warehouse? It's basically one of the main shipping warehouses for the shipping company that runs it.
Okay,
So
so it's
where
like a
the-
legitimate business, not just like, oh, these guys were doing some illegal fucking mining shit.
That's right. This is
Although they
a
may have been doing
legitimate
that.
business. People, the ships often will send a cart of stuff from ships to the warehouse or from the warehouse. If you're coming into town and you've got something to ship to the mainland, you bring it to the warehouse. If there's no ships in port, and it holds
Wow, they
the
picked
stuff
like the
until
worst
somebody
fucking
picks it up.
warehouse to do this then, huh?
So who runs it?
Ooh,
A local shipping company.
And
a person
where
who
are
doesn't have a
there-
name.
Where are their people? Did they get killed? Is there any bodies in here? Checking
Yes.
Is there
there
downstairs?
in fact are.
Oh shit.
They are. This comes up during the searching, but they are
Okay.
in here. They're,
I
all the
thought
bodies of the employees are in
Did-
the bedroom. They've been just tossed in there somewhat casually.
And they're all dead.
Did the dwarf woman tell us when they arrived at the
She's been here since yesterday.
oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping if we got here early enough we could save those poor employees. There's no way they got paid enough for that.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Is there a
My unions
downstairs
are so
or a trap
important.
door or anything like that?
No, you don't find anything of that sort.
Okay.
I want to talk to my shop steward.
You want to talk to your what?
Shop.
Steward. He said that's why unions are so important.
Oh my god, I heard something sword and I was like,
I want.
did
to
I
talk
miss
to my
something about a sword that talked? I know I'm a little
Talking
out of
swords
it, but,
are a
like,
thing.
damn.
I like the amount of coffins in this room.
There's a few
There's a
different
lot
kind
of
of
dead
body-oriented
people.
things there.
There's mummies in here and at least 2 coffins.
Where's the
I'm
coffins?
obsessed with the amount of made beds that are just
Oh, I
lying
see the
around.
coffin. There it is.
Yes. I have had limited numbers of props to choose from when constructing.
Oh no,
this now.
it's completely fair. It's just also
Like,
Yeah.
you just have like
very funny.
this one like locked up coffin over here.
Yeah.
I
Vampire.
in case she
For
goes
sure
over,
it's out.
don't open it. Don't
Why
you dare
not?
open that.
And you see over and there's just like this dinosaur skull on the other thing. He's like, that's worth money. Okay. And a piano. That's close enough to a dulcimer, right?
You worry me.
It's an organ, I think.
See,
little
you
pipes
at
can't
the top.
choose piano in things for D&D.
I know. I tried to do that for a different character and I was really upset.
Right, and so I chose dulcimer, which is the closest to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Dulcimer is like a
Fascinating.
stringed instrument that you smack with hammers.
Small hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it. It's like a
The
xylophone,
company-
but with like strings.
The company that runs this warehouse is called the Lion's Barge, which returns to their original business, which was running a barge back and forth to the mainland.
Mm.
Cool.
Mm.
So can we yoink that geode?
I think we already
Yes.
did.
I already
Like, how
consider
big is it?
yoinked. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is
cool.
majorly
And-
yoinked.
Yeah,
Magic
it's-
items.
I
it's
didn't know how
pretty
big
big.
it was.
It's probably 6 inches across. It's got a stony exterior, but the crystal is on the inside, and at the very heart is like maybe a centimeter or half an inch.
So
You can actually
see
into
fine
it.
comet matter.
Mm.
Yeah, it's broken in half already. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell really if it weren't.
Oh yeah, okay.
the dwarf and his wife are in here, right?
You guys haven't reunited the dwarf.
Yeah, I
we
thought we
did.
I
did.
thought we went and got
Yeah,
the
we did at
dwarf
the
and
end.
brought them here.
Jules ran
Yeah,
over.
Jules did.
Yeah, I did that.
Right.
That's
Okay.
nice.
So I
We got
don't.
all
Did I?
huggy and everything like that. It was kind of cringy.
Okay.
It was
Um.
fucking cute.
Yeah.
They got their beards intertwined.
Good for them.
Right. Yes. Yes. Everyone's here.
Okay.
Did we check for magic items? You said the sword seemed.
Yes, there is a sword,
Yeah, I cast detect
the
magic.
caster's hat, the orc had a potion.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yep.
I can cast Identify once
Mhm.
per day because of my race, but I don't have it on my spell list because it's not a cleric spell. So I
Mhm.
can't
hate
cast
when
it
that
as a
happens.
ritual. I can only use it the once.
Right.
I think
I
any
believe that's
spell. I think
correct,
any
yeah.
spell you have with a ritual tag you can cast as a ritual.
Yeah. So it would be added to your. I think it's added to your spell list.
Sorry about that. My cat
just
So
attacked
it's-
me.
Not. It's like when I open my managed spells, it's not in my list of known spells. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't get to. Does it say that you have them prepared or something? Because otherwise, you cannot cast it as a ritual, just the once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says
If it says you can cast it once per day, I think that's once maximum, and it's above your spell
Yeah.
beside your spell list. Yeah.
Oh, well, it just says access to identify and locate object. One sec.
Yeah. Since
Yeah,
the
once per
spells,
long rest with this trait requiring no material components, and you regain the ability to cast it this way when you finish a long rest. At third
Okay,
level,
yeah.
you can cast the spell in the same way.
And I think when you cast Identify, you can identify multiple things in one casting.
Yeah, but I already used it, apparently. I don't remember why.
It might have been a previous
That
day.
might not have
Did
been
you-
today.
I don't think you took a long rest from before,
So you guys did the.
because I don't think you identified anything.
You guys
you?
did the. Yeah. You did the drain gate and the warehouse in the same day.
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
did we find anything interesting at the drain gate?
No, just the first time was the body of a dwarf. Second time was a dwarf trying to cut through.
Because that's when I would have used it.
Because I think you forgot to do a long rest in between the day that he died, the first time the dwarf died the first time,
Oh,
and then we
maybe.
went back for him.
Because I had all my spell slots, though.
Yeah, because we didn't do any fighting, I don't think. Like that.
Yeah, we did. Because we
Did
followed
we?
the footsteps of the guys we fought.
It's been a long day.
Maybe I reset them instead of just... I don't know. Can I use it?
Go ahead.
Cool. I use identify.
Which, how many items do you get to identify with that?
Just one.
One. So we have the hat, we have the longsword, and we have the potion.
Do any of them have
Which one
gems
do you
on them?
guys want me
None
to
of them
identify?
have gems on them.
So it
But
means
we
they're gonna
can
be
add
gone.
gems to them now that we have
Exactly.
the gems. But wait, so which one do you guys
Longsword
think
would
I
be-
should identify?
Probably the hat, right?
Because I mean, the longsword, we know at least one thing: it stabs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
And I
gonna
can use
have.
the
But the
longsword.
hat, it's like, wow, that sure is a
observe
It's
hat.
gonna have. We'll find out what it does in combat, and the hat is harder
Mhm.
to determine.
Okay,
Potion
I'm-
maybe.
Go for the hat.
Cool. I'm gonna identify the hat.
The hat is a hat of disguise.
I thought so.
Oh, funky.
So when we take it
change
off, then
self-
does-
So it's just like a really cool hat.
It's a really
when you
cool
put it
hat
on,
that can
people
make
are
you
like,
look like anyone
"Whoa."
your size category.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we take
shit.
it off the guy? Would
Yeah,
he
you can
turn
get
into someone
Kamikaze
else?
looking if you want.
He had not turned into somebody else.
Okay.
No.
Oh, so he wasn't even using it? Fucking waste.
Yeah, it wouldn't have done him any
I'm
good.
going to
You were gonna
hand
kill
it
him
to
anyway.
Jules
Mhm.
and be like, I think
That's actually cool. Yeah, I can
I
look like a
think that
person.
you would enjoy this. As you
Tomorrow
like
is sweet.
lying.
I
Yeah.
could.
You enjoy deceiving people, so I
could
think you may
infiltrate
enjoy this.
better.
Nice.
Wow, that's a backhanded compliment. I know you lie through your
Listen-
teeth a lot, so. here's
Listen,
this
Jules
thing
and
that makes that
Celine don't
easier.
have the like friendliest relationship.
I thought we were getting
You're
along.
pretty ugly. You're pretty in an ugly
You
kind
are.
of way.
Meanwhile,
they
Jules
they
is
just
like,
don't
wow,
have
this is
the
awesome. Thanks.
friendliest of relationships.
You do
I
now.
even
Jules
gave-
is like, wow, you're the best.
I even gave you a compliment last time.
And I gave you a hat.
All right, I wear the hat. I wear the hat, and I look like Celine.
Wow.
She looks like disgusted.
Celine in a
And
hat.
I do some of her mannerisms.
Celine in
Wow.
a hat.
Okay, and then yeah, so I heard you kind of register some interest in the longsword.
Yes,
Will you be using that for the rest of the day?
I will be.
Okay.
I'll see. Is there any
we can
runes or anything on it that potentially have a command word, or does anybody remember hearing him say anything?
He didn't say anything, but what you were talking about in 5th edition is a phenomenon called attunement. You
Ah.
can spend a full hour of time kind of investigating the sword to become attuned with it.
Hugging it, petting it, saying things to
Unfortunate.
it.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I
Does
can
the
see
hat
what this
require
one
that?
does?
It does.
You can roll Arcana. I don't think you'd get anything with just an Arcana skill
Well,
roll though.
when
Yeah, I
you
figured.
When you do detect magic, doesn't it tell you what kind of magic is on a
Oh,
weapon?
it does. It does tell me what. It does. I think it tells me what.
So if it's
school
like
of
a
magic it's from.
+1, it might be transmutation or something. But like if it's something that's
Let me find that spell that I
weirder,
cast
then it
and
could
then I
be like an
forgot to.
evocation
cast-
sword.
I cast the spell and then I forgot to send
Yeah.
it.
It's a sword of fireballs.
Just like
Merry
the
Christmas.
hat of disguise would probably come off as illusion or something like that.
Okay,
So
I can't send it, but
radiates-
I sense the presence of magic, and I can use my action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does have
Sorry.
an aura of conjuration.
The sword? Fucking rad.
That
What
would
the
probably
hell?
be the teleports from your scabbard.
That would exactly. That would.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get to like summon shit, and I was like, that's fucking cool.
It's like a sword of bird calls.
Yeah, you just like swing the sword and spiders come shooting out of it.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That'd be the worst sword.
Sword
Hep
of
just starts
spiders.
screeching as soon as he swings.
I would dig
Sort
that.
of creepy spider.
Yeah. This sword makes spiders. And
So it can conjure things, or it gets conjured.
It gets conjured.
It can
probably,
conjure
yeah.
itself. Yeah. So.
Oh, so it's basically you don't have to use an action to draw your weapon.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
So
Cool.
let's wait a little bit to see when you have time to attune with this.
Yep.
If you guys roll into something else immediately, then there won't be time. If you do take time, then there will.
he's gonna be talking to his sword for a while.
I mean,
Was
weren't
it
we
noon?
planning on
I had some.
taking?
Yeah, I had
It
some.
is about 1 o'clock now.
1 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there's nowhere we need to be.
Right, but we were planning on taking her to get her tongue fixed, so he can always attune while we're getting her tongue fixed.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, do you guys want us to ask the dwarf to attach some pieces of the gem onto the hat and the sword?
Yeah.
And
I think
see if he could
it'd be
do
a good
that.
test. It'd be a very good test.
Oh, very easily done. Very easily done. He says he pats his apron on,
And, like,
on
some
his desk
small
and up and
pieces.
down, and he's like, "Oh, here we go." And he brings out some small tools.
Oh, wait! I'm also gonna ask him. I'm gonna take. Okay, so I got. Oh, I know what I'd use Identify on. I figured it out.
Oh, she's having an idea.
Okay, you don't know it's a hat of disguise. Just kidding.
No, I think. Wait, never mind. Maybe not. Did I take it out? I thought we'd found a ring of evasion.
That was
There was a
long
ring
time
of
ago.
evasion. Could that
Really? I thought that was at the.
That was at
Lighthouse,
the lighthouse.
Yeah, that was at
at
the
the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woof. Never mind. I don't know what I used it on then because I thought that was from the fucking thing.
Well, maybe that was that long,
with
that
the
long
crossbow
ago.
at the lighthouse had a long sword similar to this, potentially, and a ring of evasion.
Then never mind. I don't care. I did not use Identified, I think, because I don't have anything new of Identified in my inventory at all.
Okay, so then we can get the
the
Comet matter onto the hat and onto the sword.
He
How
says,
much Comet matter would he have to use to do that?
"Oh, I would. I need one piece. That one." He points at the geode. I could work with that, or that around your neck, the ring thing there. I could take the I could take the matter out of that one.
No.
Do we have the cane? Did we steal that?
No.
Okay.
We didn't. Wait.
Could the
okay,
geode
but
be...
how big is the geode? You don't need a whole freaking geode to do like a sword.
Yeah. Can it do more than
I
one?
can only use the little bit in the middle.
Oh, okay.
It could be a Liberace sword. It needs lots of gems.
I think we should at least try it. And if not, we can steal the cane and do it later. Another day.
Well, inevitably, I think we have to get the cane and get those pieces. We'll need them, right?
Right.
We should at least make sure one thing works.
So we'll try the geode then.
So he starts work on the geode. It's careful work. He's kind of etching at it, and
I mean, we don't
every
need
now
to
and
sit
then
here the
you
whole.
hear him go, and then he's like, "Okay, don't worry. I'm so
Well, he
good,
does
so
that.
good."
Yeah, we should probably bring the Sheriff to get her tongue put back.
Oh man.
Okay,
are
so
we
is
doing both
the
items?
plan then to leave him here doing the geode
I'll
and
stay.
to bring the
I'll
sheriff?
stay with him. How about that?
And you
Okay.
can attune to your sword.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool.
And
Let's go give this woman
others
back her tongue.
bringing the sheriff. Where are you going to go to get her restored?
Oh yeah, the hat does require
The
attunement.
church.
Raelia is her name. We've been calling her sheriff, but she has a name,
Yes.
and it's Raelia.
Yes, well, she's a person of respect, so we'll call her by her title.
Fair enough.
Also, I don't want to remember her name.
Rude.
The church.
Yeah, you better
Temple,
watch out.
right?
She's gonna rail ya.
Law, as a matter of fact.
That's
We
right.
hearken thee.
She's the law.
Anyway, I
Law.
figure fucking what's his name, the pious asshole there. He can probably heal her tongue. I don't remember his name either. Ooh, I'm tired.
I noticed.
Griffin.
The Pies.
Griffin, right? How can I forget that? Griffin the pious. He could probably heal her tongue. I mean, he literally brought.
GR or
It's
is it
RIFFE.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, just
yeah,
riffing?
I've got riffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Riffin
he's
the Pies.
riffing on the beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Anyway,
Yeah, he's a jazz
brought-
musician in his spare time.
he brought He literally brought Bretham back to life. I think he can probably fucking fix her tongue. And if he can't, then he's not good at what he does.
Hey, just as a thing, since you're gonna go to the temple, and have Riffin take care of this, while Riffin's doing that, there are still 4 books in the library that we've got no information from.
Oh, correct.
And you're gonna be there.
I will look at those. Riffin is not.
Might as well make
big
use of
fan.
I mean, there's a good chance that when you bring the sheriff in, Riffin will be distracted for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Who's to
and
say?
I guess you need my help with the reading of the books.
No.
I say
distract
as
me.
still looking. Oh no, I guess I couldn't have attuned to it, so I wouldn't look like Celine yet.
That's true.
But when I get to the library, I'm gonna be sitting down reading a book as Celine.
No.
It's okay if you
Let me
sit
look
and
up Hat Out of
read.
Disguise and just check the it does require
It does.
attunement,
I just
yes.
looked it up.
It does.
Yeah. Okay.
Celine's doing like a breathing exercise.
But it is at will, so I can do it anytime. That's really awesome. Not like once a
Just
day.
go me. I'm Celine.
I have to try to do your accent. I am Celine.
Like her eye is twitching. Like she's like.
I am Celine. I like to read books.
Really, this is what you get for being nice. Yep.
In her mind, she's just like, I will burn that hat.
Do not.
Okay, let's see.
He's such a delight.
So, I am going to resolve the work here at the warehouse, and then we'll go over to the temple. So, pretty much everyone goes to the temple except for Hep and Thari
Dwarves.
and Kamen.
Yep.
And
I guess I would stay with
he
him
works
too
on it.
if he's working
Pardon?
on the hat. If he's working on the hat with the gem.
No, he was.
I thought he was doing the sword.
Sword.
Didn't
First
we have
sword,
two?
yeah.
We have like
No.
we're not giving up the
The
ring.
other one is the wedding ring.
Celine will not be giving that up unless you fucking convince her or fight her for it.
Or steal it.
Except that she's
Right.
except she knows you want it, so she's on guard for that, dude.
It would be at disadvantage probably.
So the geode's not large enough to get both of them.
That's right.
Okay.
It's one piece.
Very well.
Actually, you know what? Can I? When does the Mr. Mason, leave the his office?
You just steal his cane.
Please just
he
take the
leaves
gems. Please
his
don't steal this old
office.
man's cane.
I was just gonna take the gems out of it. Actually,
Thank you.
At 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. And it's 2 o'clock now, so okay, so I'll just wait and get it
I'm
later.
like imagining him just like going by. He spends the
had-
time to attune to the hat,
It was
goes
on.
in, steals the cane, and runs,
It was
stuffs the
knocked.
gems, and then throws the cane back.
It was knocked over, right? Today,
So he brought it to work.
to work, and then it would have fallen, and then he's gonna forget it, so I can go to the office when he's gone. Okay.
Except we don't know if he's gonna forget it.
No, we do.
Well, figure it out.
That's the theory, and if it's anything other than expected, then
we
we'll
learn
learn
something new.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so at the warehouse, Thari finishes his work, and he's got the chunk of refined comet matter between some tweezers. And he says, "It is beautiful. Is this what you'd like me to put it in? Put it on?" He says to you, Hep.
Please.
Okay. And he begins metalworking a little bit more. He's got some wire and some pewter, and he gets some. He says, like, "Do you think they'd mind if we just like burned a little bit of that?" He says, and he points over at some pieces that are in the warehouse.
Not at all.
I didn't think so.
I think they're
And
dead.
so he gets this little piece of wood from some furniture, and he takes this small piece, but he lights it up, and he
You're like, it will be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Holds some stuff over it and melts a little bit, and he does it, and he puts this thing on the pommel of the sword.
Nice.
But before that, you've had a chance to attune with the sword, and the sword has a couple nice abilities. One, yes, it will teleport to your hand anywhere within 60 feet.
Nice.
Anytime you choose to. It is not a bonus action, it is a free action.
Ooh.
Nice.
Where are we
It's
here?
+1.
You can juggle with it.
Okay, hold on.
You can
So,
fucking throw it and get it
+1.
back.
Oh.
Could do
I'm
that.
not sure if you want to, but
Why not?
Why not?
It would look pretty cool.
And the last one, it has 1 charge of True Strike.
Oh,
It has
sick.
how many?
Nice.
1 charge?
1 charge of True Strike.
Per
It's a
day?
bonus
Per
action
day,
to
or-
activate. But that gives you, I believe in this edition, it gives you advantage on an attack. Also, if you roll a 1 or a 2 on your hit, that charge will recharge.
That's fucking
Ooh.
dope.
so when you say 1 or a 2 on the 2 hit,
On the to hit. So like if he
Okay.
rolls his dice and
Either of them?
like it's probably gonna show like an 8 like on the thing, but if the dice that he's rolling
Okay.
is a 1 or a 2. So you're gonna have to monitor that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yep.
So if you're gonna have to say like 1, the charge has been expended, and 2, I just rolled a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
And then the charge will come back.
Very cool.
And that's if either of the dice in the advantage roll?
So most attacks are not at advantage.
Well,
But when you're doing
if
the
I-
True Strike, you're going to get advantage, right?
Right.
Oh, you mean if
you
any time you
get
use
the
it?
charge
If you
back,
ever
you
roll
can't
a
get-
1 or a 2?
Yes, if you ever
Oh
roll
shit.
a 1 or a 2.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can't actually get the charge back on the True Strike attack.
Oh,
So
okay.
neither of those dice count.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
so
it.
all of them
But-
except that one.
I
Yeah.
thought it was only that one. That's even better.
Yeah, I also thought it
Yeah.
was only that one.
I mean, I assume when it's a critical, like, actual combat, you can't just attack a tree or something.
Yes, that's right.
I mean, you don't know if there's no guarantee you'd get a 1 or a 2.
Could I
though.
just swing it at Jules?
Why are you all
Um,
assuming
Try
you
to
can
miss
roll
me.
a...
Try to miss me. Oh, you didn't miss.
Why are you assuming you can roll a 1 or a 2 at will? What if you roll a fucking
Yeah.
nat 20
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
just fucking
well.
like decapitate him?
Hep, I'm not going to rule on that until you try.
that's so funny.
And
Wow.
You'll
Don't-
have to do it a lot, though, until you roll a 1 or a 2.
don't give Wazubi that option.
That's so
He
funny.
will take it.
He just
I think it's
fucking
time
cuts
for Hep
Will's
and
goddamn
Jules to
head
go to
off.
the bar.
Whoops.
Couple drinks in, we'll be going.
I mean,
The-
technically, you can attack objects. It's just doesn't make sense to.
Yeah, those I will totally just adjudicate on my
Yeah.
own will
Got
whether
it.
a roll is going to count,
Mhm.
and the answer is no unless you're in legitimate combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be doing that anyway, but anyway, that's all good.
Yeah. So that's what goes on over the next hour at the warehouse.
So that's an 2 o'clock there now.
Yes.
And then we left
so you
to
guys
the
bring the sheriff up to the
temple.
At the temple, and you're like, there's still part of your mind that thinks like, what's Riffin gonna think when we bring in another person for
He
like
doesn't
healing and
remember.
stuff like that, but he has no recollection of any of the stuff that happened with Brethren at all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's
this
not
is
gonna
the first
remember.
time. As
This
far
is
as
the
they're
totally
concerned.
the first time for him.
Yeah.
Bold
And
of you
he
to think we have
sees-
anything about it. We were thinking about that at all.
He says much similar things though about like last time you kind of bantered about him being able to heal people, and he said, well, this is an important person.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of repeat that bits of the conversation.
Right.
Yeah,
But he
Celine's eye
does.
twitches.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the most unpious thing you can think of to say, really.
Listen, he
but
doesn't like Celine, and Celine doesn't like him. It's fair trade.
complicated relationship, yeah. But he does do the work though, and he does restore her tongue, and so she's like, you can see that she's like, it's like tingly or something. She's
New
kind of
tongue.
like she's just
New
been
tongue
anesthetized
stitch.
at the dentist or something like that.
Yeah,
You can
it's
can
gonna
see
be
that
numb
she's,
for a few hours.
yeah, she's like behaving normally for a little while, but then every now and then she'll like stick out her tongue and kind of move it around, and like it's uncomfortable in her mouth.
Hmm.
But she does say,
I mean,
"Oh,
whose
thank
tongue
you."
is really comfortable in their mouth?
She thanks you very much. She said like,
Be worse, you could be in somebody else's mouth.
At this point, Celine has bounced to go read books.
fair
So
enough.
y'all can
Yeah,
interview her.
that is good. Are you going to read them where they are, or take them with you when you go?
I'll read them where they are. No point in
Okay.
stealing them right now.
Then give me.
So, is it also 2 o'clock here? Because I would have attuned to the hat by now.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so
and yeah,
two
give me an
Celines sit down.
investigation, or let's see, an arcane or religion roll.
Arcana, religion,
I
or
was-
investigation.
Yeah.
My skills are religion is probably the highest.
Yep.
Perception,
yeah, sounds good.
Yes, religion is definitely the highest.
Yeah, I was planning on going with her potentially,
Yep.
especially if these books are not in a language we understand.
Yeah, go ahead, and you can also make a roll.
Okay.
That means
And me,
Hanan,
right?
you're in charge of the interview.
Wait, what?
You're in charge of interviewing the sheriff. We're bouncing. Bye.
Oh, shit. All right.
Books call. Yep.
Books.
Okay, actually, if I get a chance to not look at books, I'm gonna go with the other chance.
14.
I got 4.
4.
Double fours, baby.
Oh,
Acacius, you managed to find a series of entertaining cartoons of mature content, and you end
Ooh.
up kind of browsing that for a while.
Hey Celine. Hey Celine. Have
and
you
are
seen stuff like
distracted.
this? Have you seen stuff
Oh.
like this? You grew up in a kind of like sheltered, right?
I do not know
And-
where I grew up.
I thought it was
And
gonna
Well,
be.
you
we
haven't
can
seen
tell.
these.
Celine, you have found something very interesting. You have found what purports to be a chronomancy cantrip.
Hey, I want that so
In one of the
bad.
books?
I want that so bad.
That's fucking cool.
Sorry,
Let me
that's in one of
see.
the books?
That is in one of the books. That's right.
Fucking, what is it? That's dope.
Let's
I don't
see.
think can only wizards learn things from books like that, or can other?
No, this one here.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do here is any spellcaster who spends a sufficient amount of time studying this will be able to learn.
Why?
the
Because we
spell.
don't have any wizards?
Yeah, because
No.
we don't have a wizard. Yeah, Acacius is going to be frothing at the mouth if you tell him he's found that.
We have every other
Yeah.
So
kind
here's
of
what
other
it is.
pretty
spellcaster.
much.
No,
we have the
this
sorcerer,
spell
but-
is called faster, slower. You can add or subtract 2 from a creature's initiative score, or add or subtract
the
2 to their
fuck?
AC and Dex save until your next turn.
and it's a cantrip. That's fucking awesome.
It's kind of
What
funny.
the heck?
So
That's
wait,
so
if
funny.
you were to cast it on the initiative score, would it be permanent or is it per
Yes.
round? Okay.
No, it'll increase the number in the tracker,
Okay.
and it'll stay that way.
I like that. That's a
Ooh.
very interesting spell.
That's fucking cool. I have to write this down somewhere.
I thought the cartoon book was gonna be a about an orange tabaxi that hates Mondays.
And eats lasagna.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they
so-
have normal cats here.
And so this is interesting as well, because this book that you found this in, so this cantrip is available to you. If anybody wants to take this cantrip, they have to get
Yes.
rid of a cantrip they have,
Oh,
Fuck.
okay.
for one thing.
Um,
And for the other, this does elude it. It points you to another book that wasn't one you were currently interested in, and kind of says that the adventure continues here.
Oh, it's a
Is this
choose your own
cereal?
adventure.
Oh, I was about to say that. You beat me to it. All right, I'm gonna fucking
Turn
learn
to
this
page
spell.
422.
I'm
Wait.
going to learn this spell, and I'm going to drop a word of radiance because I don't think I've ever used
I
it.
actually think I never chose my last cantrip. I just realized.
It's
Um,
right
There
there.
you go.
I've
Yeah,
got to
I'm just
ask a
gonna-
question here.
Mhm.
So, did you just say that one of the books says "look in another book," or was that
Yes.
just a joke part?
Nope, that's
No, it tells
legit.
me to. It's like a reference.
Yep, it's like it says,
also reference this
there's
book
more
for similar
information on this
topics.
topic here. Yep.
Yeah.
And was that not in the chronomancy, the one that the chronomancy cantrip was in, but in another one?
No, it
No,
is
it's in
the
that
one
one.
with the chronomancy cantrip.
Okay.
Okay, I get that book.
Yeah.
Snatch
So-
that bad boy.
A cantrip slot I'm not using.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, okay, just fucking look at this.
Cassius is frothing. He's like, this is the first proof I've ever seen of chronomancy. It's a spell. Umbert's gonna be
Selena and Acacius go fucking feral and learn a new spell.
Umbart didn't believe it existed. It was in the library.
It takes you a full hour of study to add it to your list.
I will check the other book first.
Right. Okay. It's the other book.
And then I will learn the spell.
I will be
so
learning the spell.
it
You look at the
is-
book.
You guys worry me.
It
I
is
figured.
now 2:00, and everybody else is kind of wrapping up their activities. So the Hannon and the sheriff are wandering out in mid conversation,
And Jules.
and Jules and Hep is arriving with the dwarf to check on what everyone's doing. You've found the other book, but it looks like it's going to take much longer to figure out than the first one that you read. There's definitely another spell in here.
Acacius shifty eyes and then
You will
shoves it
have
in his
to-
bag.
No,
Just
no, no.
leaves.
I'm not joking. You will have to pry Selena out of here if you want her to do something that isn't read this fucking book.
Wow.
Well, we're
okay.
not supposed
Y'all
to be
have
in
fun.
here. We're not supposed to be in here, Celine. We cannot be caught.
The book is going someplace you can read it.
I want to read that book.
Take it.
Acacius will just kind of
You
lightly
hear
tug
in
it,
your mind.
you know? This way, this way.
Selena just like
She-
follows.
You can take it with
Holding
you.
the book.
You've
Yeah,
done it
that's what-
before.
That's what he's doing.
Like
He's
leading you
Yeah.
out of the library with the
Yeah.
book. This way, come on,
like,
come on,
this
come
way,
on.
come here.
So did you guys grab just this book, or did you grab the other two that we haven't got anything out of?
The other two as
There
well.
was only one
Okay.
other one.
Other one. or-
No,
yeah.
there was the so far there's a total of 6 books. There's the one that was written, one on Silat that
Sylvan.
was written in Sylvan. There was the one that referenced the eye. There was the one with the chronomancy cantrip. There were 2 other books we still haven't got something out of, and then there's the 6th book, which is the one we have now.
Oh, I guess. Sure. We'll grab all of them. I don't know.
Because
I
last
can't
time
keep
we
track.
had to
We've
have
looked at
Jules read the
we've
books
looked at like
because he was
so many
excited.
fucking books. At this point, I can't keep track of them.
Acacius
So
is just
did we?
gonna
Sorry.
shove
Did
the
we take the
two.
time to learn the cantrip, or did we just
You
spend the
did.
whole hour reading?
You
You did.
Yeah, you spent
Oh,
the
sick.
hour doing that and nothing else. So you learned the
Fucking
cantrip.
awesome. Okay, cool.
You learned the cantrip and you found the other book.
Yep.
So Celine literally, we are like outside in a group, and Celine just goes, I don't care what you do. I'm going to be reading that book.
Get the
Okay.
cart. I'm just gonna sit in the cart. Drag me around.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So it's 2:00. Celine has her nose in a book.
What were
And
we gonna do? Didn't we have a
and what's
plan
next?
for
What
2
does
o'clock?
what does the spell do? So I can write it down.
It does. Right. It is called faster or slower. Faster/slower. It is add or subtract 2 from a creature's initiative score. Or add or subtract 2 to their AC and Dex save until your next turn.
Sorry, is it add or subtract 2 from initiative or just subtract 2?
No, add or
Add
subtract.
or subtract.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So there's 2 of them. One is faster, one is slower. Right? It's the same cantrip, same effect, but one of them that makes you faster and one makes you slower.
Well, I fucked up spelling initiative so bad.
That's awesome.
Is
That's
this something
awesome.
that you can add as like a homebrew thing that we can put in on our character sheet?
Probably. I've never done it, but I'm sure I can.
Great.
Because even I can do it if I need to, but
Uh-huh. Yeah, we could probably do it, but
yeah.
I'm the first thing I'm going to do is paste it into Discord because it's a super short description, easy to
Yeah.
do. And then I'll make a note to try to get that.
honestly, Selena's a cleric, but she probably should have been she probably should have been a wizard.
Acacius tried to be a wizard and failed. We're just wash-ups, all right?
Yeah. To be fair, she might have been a wizard once. She doesn't know. This hasn't come up in a while, but Celine does have amnesia.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You grew up in seclusion. She was like, I don't know.
Cool.
Yes, it hasn't been relevant, but
I feel like our characters' backgrounds. Hers is my background. I don't know my background, and that really hurts. Acacia's like, I remember my background, and that sucks.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't even know what to be upset about. I just don't know shit. But see a lot. She's got
I
me.
love my god.
She's a lot.
My goddess is everything to me.
Well, yeah, Celine doesn't have anything, so that's all she has.
There you go. Now you've got something that nobody else has.
We got a spell.
Hell yeah, we high five.
Cool. So at 2:00, what is next? 2:00 on the master schedule. So there was no smoke at 1:00. Bretham got the note this morning. There were no horses all over the place. So that seemed to have gone well. As you leave the temple, the cooking contest is just starting in the square.
Okay, what was it we had to unscrew there?
It's just a cooking contest. So
Nothing
far.
goes awry.
Or is it
Didn't
murder?
Ring tell us something
No,
about
it's
it?
not murder.
Acacius sighs.
No,
He's
he
like,
didn't.
if it weren't for this, I would be in that cooking contest. I'm disgruntled.
I'm just gruntled.
Well, because Acacius has the cooking supplies, like he's proficient, and he actually had entered. He was going to enter, like had things gone to plan PC wise. That was him. He makes candy, and so he had entered like his candy recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the closest thing too.
Well, no, I'm just like, is it cooking or baking?
Well, there's no baking, so.
Yeah, but it's a dessert.
It's true. It's
tricky.
It's like rock candies and things like that.
Dumb.
I think you can get away with either. I think it's making something with food is what they go with.
So yeah,
I think that people think that like anything that's too sweet is a bit of I don't know, not as like highbrow maybe as like some of the other people who are doing main dishes, but
yeah.
It's all welcome to apply.
Mm-hmm. So but Acacius, he likes to cook, and so he's a little bit disgruntled because he's. See, that would be me. I would be there doing that.
Think about the spell.
You see that stall? I rented that stall because I thought I would be there today.
You're just stalling.
Oh, F.
Don't you?
But think of the spell we learned.
Oh, that's true.
So this is 2:00 that the
2:00. Yep.
That the thing happens.
Yep.
2:00 for the.
So you guys have just wrapped your different activities, and you're rejoined by the temple. So let's see. The one thing that didn't really come up too much during the recap that came up a lot last week was the eye. The sheriff being the person who knows a lot about that.
Yeah.
I don't write that down.
There are definitely things that we should be asking the sheriff. Like
right.
one of the main things the two main things that I think we should be talking to the sheriff about. First would be the eye, because that seems to be the all important thing at the moment. Second thing
Celine wants to know that so bad.
Would be what time the sheriff gets jumped in the morning, because we can potentially stop that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we can already stop the dwarf from getting to the gate, the drain gate. Yeah. Right, we can say, listen, we know about your wife. We're going to go save her. Don't go there. If we can save the sheriff at the same time, that's even better.
Yeah, so the sheriff is jumped at about 7:30 in the morning, she says.
Oh, that's before. Oh no, you wake up at 7. We never leave before 8.
Well,
you rarely leave before 8. That is right. You've done it the one day when you've kind of sprinted out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can do that. So where would you be, for example, or where were you this morning when this happened? Like where in the city?
Mm-hmm. Let's bring you to the town map.
Right outside the inn that we're staying at. That would be helpful.
No.
Yeah. We probably would have noticed that though.
You kidding? We're too busy trying to decide what to have for breakfast. Again.
So large. Okay. Size something. Oh, I just double clicked on it and it resized. That was awesome.
That is awesome.
I was at 15.
Very well.
We can 15. Wow.
Northwest.
Oh man, there's numbers appearing everywhere.
Oh my god, that's so fucking far from where we are in the morning.
It shouldn't be hard to get there in half an hour.
No.
That's only
really
like
far.
Like these buildings here, like that's a 10-minute walk from the gate, probably max. It probably takes 15 minutes to walk across town if you're not distracted or trying to do anything.
Us not distracted.
Like if you're not like reading a book while you walk.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you're saying.
That is what she is currently doing.
So what are we doing now?
So we just asked the sheriff where she was jumped. And that was at 15.
Yeah. Celine grabs the sheriff's shoulders and goes,
"Where we jumped?
Tell me about the eye.
Inform us of the jumpage."
Didn't we do that already?
No.
The eye?
We talked
Not
to the
in
sheriff
depth.
about. Oh no, yeah, we did. She didn't have a tongue.
It was when she didn't have a tongue.
Yeah.
She told you a little bit of information. She said the story that you guys have gotten so far is that she was one of the two people who chased the eye into the sewer. And she's the only one who got back out again.
And
the eye moves?
Was the thief a human?
Yeah.
I want to know.
The thief was a human. That's not part of any story you've heard to this point, but she tells you yes, he was a human.
What can you tell us about the robbery?
Did
about
you
the
see
thief,
their
about
face?
what happened that night?
Oh my god.
Well, it was stolen. It was stolen out of the castle.
Thanks.
And it was the alarm went up pretty much immediately. The thief was not particularly skilled. They were motivated, and they ran into the sewer to try to escape. And the sheriff and I, the former sheriff, I guess, followed him in. And we called for guards to back us up, but they weren't coming. And the sewer's dark. We were gonna lose him, so we chased after him. And we could hear stuff moving around. I couldn't, I lost track of the sheriff. I heard him scream. I found his body, and then
You did?
there
What were
were
his wounds?
mostly just cuts. Pretty, he was cut and stabbed. I don't think it was a sword, but something, maybe a natural weapon or something like that.
Did you see
Probably
the
by
thief's
And I was
face?
going to bring him back. I was gonna do, what I'm supposed to do in these situations, but I could hear in the darkness things moving, and they're not necessarily small things, and I'm not proud of it, but I fled. When I got back to the surface, everyone told me I did the right thing, that wouldn't have been any point in me staying down there and losing my life too, but I don't know. I feel like I let him down.
Well, maybe we can rectify that by eventually finding that eye.
Where is the entrance to the sewer?
Shouldn't be telling you this, but you obviously
Please?
have done me a great favor.
Please.
Yeah.
Did you see the thief's face?
No, not clearly.
Did he have any insignias or any notable
I never really
markings?
got within like 30, 40 feet of him.
But you could tell he
sh-
was a human and not like an elf.
Well, he didn't have the build of an elf.
I don't know, there's different builds of elves.
Yep. Yeah, he was within elven range. He just seemed more like a human, and there's more humans here than elves. So, I guess it's not fair of me to generalize, but
Yeah, come on.
Well, just out of curiosity, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, afraid we're probably going to jump all over the place because we've got really short attention spans. But is there anything in particular you were doing in that area where you were captured this morning?
We were thinking of
No,
calling our team
just patrolling.
ADHD.
Yeah.
just patrolling. I try to get up
Did
pretty early, and if anyone's, mostly it's the sailors that might be drunk or passed out in the street.
Oh crap,
And
what
I
time does
try
that
and send
happen?
them home before anyone kind of
that's
moves
later?
into it,
Okay.
and anyone gets in any serious trouble.
Our team name,
Now-
by the way, ADHD Adventures Defeating Heinous Dudes.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's us.
So, did they come out of a place, or did they come out of a side, or did you notice?
It was totally an ambush. They were down side streets in front of me, and they came out of side streets behind me.
All right.
I probably could have taken any one or two of them in a straight up fight, but
How many
they
were there?
surrounded me.
How many
Well,
were
it
there?
was the two orcs and the two guys, two tough
Bugs.
guys.
Wonder how one of them will feel without his weapon tomorrow.
She kind of like, she chuckles, and then she looks at you and she says, "I don't know what that means."
It's okay. It's a
You just
private
killed
joke.
that guy.
So I have
Yes,
placed
where?
16 on the map. 16 inside the southwestern tower of the castle wall.
Inside the castle
Selena's
wall?
practically
Yes.
vibrating out of her fucking
Weird.
skin to get into that fucking sewer.
Inside the
Really?
wall, there's a door in that tower, and you go in, and it goes down. There's a ladder down to the sewer.
Bro, Celine wants to go to that fucking sewer so badly.
And somebody fails to summon a devil.
I want a sewer. Yeah.
Oh, what? That's weird.
That's a weird thing to say.
Damn, sue her for what? What did she do?
Why is that all going through here? It's fine. I'm so sorry.
All good.
I have been poking around on like a homebrew thing. Just like, I'm like, why aren't these going through? Click, 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 click. And there's just some devil going through to the GM.
Yeah, that's also a spell you really don't want to critically fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I know why I couldn't see them.
I'm gonna go let that a little distraction out before he pees on the floor.
Okay. So shall we jump ahead to 4 o'clock and have Gillen leave the?
Come on, dude. Let's go.
Can I read the book?
You are reading the book. So
Cool.
this book is a chronomancy first level spell.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay.
It's going to take 4 hours of study to learn the spell.
Start now, Celine.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't give a shit about his fucking going to steal the gems out of that guy's cane. That has nothing to do with Celine, so she's gonna read
Especially
that
because
book.
the time
It is
loop.
called Stop. You can
Oh.
use a reaction after a creature's turn has begun. Creature rolls a wisdom save or their turn ends immediately.
So they just can't do anything?
Fuck, that's cool. I want
That's
to
a
learn
reaction?
that
It takes your reaction and it takes the first level spell slot. It can't
Just
reverse
love
time.
that
If you
spell.
don't want them to attack, you have to tell the DM before they roll.
Hmm.
Don't
learn
hurt
that
me.
spell.
Yeah.
That's great against spellcasters too. It's kind of like a cheap counter
Fucking
spell.
great.
Exactly.
They
That's
still get a
awesome.
wisdom save.
That's true, but a wizard might not be so good at those.
That is
Well,
true.
it probably could be, but
Sorcerers
anyway,
might not be so good at those either.
should we?
Yeah, we didn't think orcs would be. It still missed.
Should we spend this day, like just finishing off anything that might be in the number 6, the square, and then tomorrow go into the sewer?
Yeah,
So you
I don't
guys
think
have
we should-
gone through 2
I'm
fights
learning
today
this
and have expended a great deal of your resources.
Yeah.
So
I have
factor
no
that
first
into
level
your-
spell slots left.
Why don't
And
we-
only one second level.
Why don't we just spend today observing the square, and then you can read your book, and I can
Steal some gems from Arcane.
yeah get my hat prepared for re-entry. Hey, if we put a
actually,
gem, if we put a gem onto the vial that the potion is in, can we refill it with new potions and it'll still stay around? I bet you it
Maybe.
would.
We don't actually know for certain it'll work.
You have a potion?
We have a
we got
potion.
a potion.
If I put a gem on my freaking book, does that mean if I write in it, it won't disappear?
Celine.
Actually, we could just drink the potion and then go and get it again, and then we'd have it again.
Yeah, we just go get
What
it every
potion? Where did
We
we
got
get
it-
a potion?
got it from the warehouse.
There was a
In the
potion
warehouse,
at the
got it from the
warehouse.
orc.
Yeah.
Oh, no memory of that potion.
That's okay.
You guys were so distracted by that
Shiny book.
that it went back in time and distracted you there.
Exactly. Okay, so
That's actually feasible in this scenario.
In this-
so,
yeah.
it certainly is.
It is chronomancy spells.
Okay.
What was that, Hep?
Okay. No, I was just gonna say. So we, I agree with. We should check out. I'll go, for example, to the square. See what else happens. For example, with the cooking contest.
And the actors.
Oh, the other thing that at some point
Oh,
I
yeah,
want
the
to do
play.
is
And
we
the,
should find out
rowdy
where
fisherman.
the lead actor lives.
Forgot about the play.
He's being kidnapped every day.
So we'll talk to them after
Maybe.
the show,
Rip, poor guy.
and we'll deal with
Yeah.
maybe the rowdy fisherman.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Well, I don't know that we need so much to deal with the rowdy fishermen.
Yeah, we
Just
don't
see what
do
they
everything.
do.
I think we need to make sure that the pot of coffee isn't there in the morning, or if it's there. Oh, actually, we should find out what time the fishermen leave every morning. or what time that coffee pot gets put out.
Actually, why don't we go look at that pot of coffee right now? They're not here
Y'all
yet,
can
right?
go ahead. I'm reading that book.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head down to the docks.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to find. It's in the same place every day. There's a local cafe that puts it out as like a service. You can tell that the owner has like been doing this long enough that they feel obligated to do it now, and it's a bit they don't really. You think the goodwill's actually gone out of it, and now they're doing it out of obligation.
Okay.
I just realized Celine is probably a good person to have brought along for this because she can cast detect magic, and I'm fucking stupid.
Acacius can cast it.
Oh, have fun! Except you're learning this spell with me, aren't you?
No, because it takes 4 hours. Can we do both at the same time?
You can do it in the evening too.
No, not easy. You can't both read the book at the same time.
Yeah, so Acacius.
Cool. Sorry, I'm doing it.
Bye.
You can
I'm
do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
or
so
later. I mean, we have all until 11.
Yeah.
The coffee is still out. It's cold. It's been a long morning. It's almost completely drained. But yeah,
I go
it's
up
there.
with a cup and I'm gonna smell it first.
Coffee smells very strong. It's black coffee. It's pretty easy to hide anything in.
Potions or poisons.
I'm gonna pour myself a cup.
Okay.
Do not drink that.
I'm about to. Anyone want to stop me?
Why would you drink that? I'm not there. Sorry.
Can can one of you magic people heat this up for me?
Sacred flame.
It cooks a good fish.
Didn't we say it was already a good fish cooking spell?
Yes.
Here you go.
I'm not there though. I'm at the square studying my spells.
We're at the docks. We're at the docks. I thought you were going with us and just reading as you go.
No, Celine's studying the spell.
You can do that while you
But
walk.
Acacius can cast detect magic.
Yeah, Acacius is going to cast detect magic, at least to see if there's a potion inside of it, because potions are magic.
It's a magical signature, yes. Let me see. I believe it's enchantment.
Oh, fun.
I say there's only one way to find out.
Do not drink it.
There isn't.
Yeah.
It's called "Let's go get a donkey and feed it to them."
It is enchantment. Yes, there's an era of enchantment around the coffee.
I think we should go instead of drinking it. Let's go talk to the person who put it out.
Have it just up to my lips.
Also, if you just want to wait, till tomorrow, Celine can cast Identify on
it. Just do not.
Or you just make loud
it.
slurping noises without actually drinking it and see what they do.
Yeah, I do that.
Case just looks ready to actually rip it out of his hands.
The cafe owner comes out and he's like sweeping off the stoop and he's like, don't drink that. We have fresh stuff in here, he says, and it's like, it's much better. You don't want that.
But then we'll have to pay.
Is this the one you give? Is this the one you give to the fisherman?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
This is
I will.
Is there anything different about this?
He takes offense at your tone.
Where did it come from?
And he says, "Do not think me cheap, sir. I do a great service to this town."
No, I just meant that they left like hours ago.
Nothing but the best.
I just meant that they left hours ago. I didn't realize that.
Yes, this is true. Don't try to reheat it either. It's not good reheated.
Okay.
So
do you have anything with a little bit of milk in it?
He sighs.
Like a latte?
Says, yes, of course, sir.
Cretin. Who puts milk in their coffee?
A cat.
Yeah, a cat would.
Most people.
And actually, the cat prefers it without the coffee.
Yeah.
I'm just
Maybe
gonna
go light on the coffee.
I know it's all the rage. To have,
Can I have a coffee?
Have the milk
heavy
and
on
the
the
cream,
milk,
but you're
light on the
really not
coffee.
getting the root of the experience. Like, coffee has so much to offer, and people don't appreciate it. He says.
It's fucking nasty.
Then he starts going in
And could you maybe steam the milk a little bit?
Coffee is just acid.
He kind of like pulls the broom away from you as if it represents a cup of coffee to him, and he says,
Maybe.
"No, sir, I will not."
And maybe just half calf, and maybe with a bit of Some sprinkle of nutmeg on the top.
And no coffee.
Yeah. Are there any pumpkins nearby?
There's pumpkin spice. Do you have that?
City folk.
I feel like a cat would be like
coffee. Yep.
I think this would go perfectly well with some of my desserts, actually.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you are right. Sprinkle a little over maybe a creme brulee or
maybe a biscuit.
Or dip a biscuit or something like that. Very, very good. Goes very well with desserts.
I would agree. Dessert baker Acacius agreeing humbly over the coffee.
Can I make a cup for you? I have some great recipes. It's not all local either. We have some from the mainland.
All right, I guess we're all getting coffee now.
I would love that. And as Acacius is kind of asking about the coffee, a little bit like curious about the different beans, his detect magic is still going. Is there anything magic in the shop?
No, nothing that you can detect.
Very well. Okay, so he's like, I would love to have something freshly brewed. Whatever you think would pair best with this. And he kind of like brings out his own desserts. I have not been able to offer this to anyone else.
Hey, did you see anybody unusual hanging around with the fishermen this morning?
Besides us.
Besides us, obviously.
Well, I don't remember you from this morning, but
oh, I mean,
yeah, there were, I guess, some more people than usual. I actually just figured they were townsfolk who were too cheap to buy their own coffee and just wanted to.
What time did they show up?
Oh, they must have showed up 6:30 or so.
We basically have to show up and slap the coffee out of everyone's hands.
Yeah. And what time does the fishermen usually show up?
I mean, they're fishermen.
Oh, they start showing up at 6. They're not all out of the dock until 8 probably.
Oh.
How are we gonna stop this?
Run over.
Shit. We can't.
That's a problem for yesterday.
He tries. He says, "May I try some of these desserts?"
Oh, absolutely.
And he nibbles on them a bit, and he's like, "You can see he only eats half of each one, but he tries like 4 or 5 of them."
That's fine.
And he says, "Would you perchance permit me to sell these in my shop, perhaps with a bit of a markup? I could pay you a good wage."
Oh, absolutely. I have so many I have made for this festival, but I wasn't able to tend this year.
Oh, you can see he's got a big smile on his face, and he kind of claps his hands in front of himself like this. And he says, "Excellent, most excellent. I have a case that I've been hoping to fill with pastries and things like that in the mornings. I think I will do brisk business."
Yes. Pastries and hard candies, all of the sorts. Those are my expertise.
I think they will pair very well with coffee.
Especially the butterscotch flavor.
He kind of inhales a little bit, and like you can see he's hesitant about that. He's like, "Well, it's worth a try."
It's my favorite flavor. I'm a bit partial.
He says, "What do you think of this?" And he takes he's got like on the fire in his place. He's got a small cup. It's probably the size of like a normal cup made of metal, but out of the bottom of it he pours a black liquid, thicker than what you consider normal coffee, and with a brown crema on top of it. And he kind of holds it up to you, and he wafts his hand over it to kind of to blow the wind into your face, and he says, "Here, try this. It's really hot."
Is he romancing me over espresso?
Is it working?
Is it espresso?
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know what your character's familiarity with espresso is, but
he's really into like cooking and stuff. So I mean, he would know a lot of the more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're at
Snob.
least aware of what he's
Yeah.
serving here. It is totally like espresso.
Okay.
But you may not have had it before. That's up to
He
you.
probably hasn't. It's probably something a little bit stronger than he's used to, and he'll take it. I don't know if he'll like it. He's gonna try it at the very least.
Fair
He
enough.
likes
Sorry,
sweet.
can we
so
back up for a
espresso-
second?
Go
Sure.
ahead.
Is espresso thick?
It's just
This
It's a little
espresso
thicker
is
than
thick.
coffee.
In its initial
Yeah.
state,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Yep.
That's
But when they
fucking
put it into
weird.
the cup, then they mix it with other things that it's not.
I don't know. I don't drink coffee.
You mix
And
it with other things. What are you,
This-
some sort of
So
heathen?
espresso is thicker
They
than
put
coffee.
shots of
This is
espresso in
thicker than
coffee.
espresso.
This is
I've
slightly
never known
disturbing.
that in my life.
I love going to Starbucks and ordering a double doppio, and they go, "You mean just a doppio?" And I'm like,
What?
"Did I say just a doppio?"
You just said so many things that mean absolutely fucking nothing. None of those words
4
were in the
shots of
Bible.
espresso.
4 shots in.
Oh
Holy
my
cow!
I
That's
can't drink
epic
coffee.
espresso.
I just
Um,
it's nasty.
So
I can't
this
drink Starbucks, so
this is very flavorful. It's like very intense. And leaves you
Woo.
feeling jittery on the first time for sure.
Ooh, it's such a rush.
Yep.
God.
But
He's
the one
gonna.
thing you gotta like, I hope we can all agree on here is that coffee is one of the world's all-time best smells, whether you can drink
Oh,
it or
I
not.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
I hate the smell of coffee.
Really?
Celine,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
house.
it's fucking
who are you?
terrible.
What have we done with your
Get out of
soul?
my house, Celine.
It smells
This
fucking
is
awful.
not going to be like a divided thing like the broccoli thing. This is
No, fuck that. I hate almost everything about coffee. I think it's fucking nasty.
well,
Oh.
okay.
Sorry.
No,
No, that's fine.
Oh, dear, what happened to our
You can
kid?
log
didn't
it off
know
now,
that
that's fine.
anyone felt
Y'all
that way.
can have fun. I just don't like
is-
it.
This has just been a learning experience for me.
I personally really love the smell of coffee, but I can't drink it.
Yep.
So it's Acacius is going to enjoy this.
Mhm.
He will drink it. It doesn't come off as anything like detect magic-y, so it doesn't matter. He's just savor it like he thinks he's supposed to.
Mhm. So he thinks you give it a great try, and he's got a big smile on his face and wants to hear what you feel about the coffee he has provided you with. He's kind of like nodding at
Is there
you like
any
minorly, like he's so excited to hear what you have to say.
is there any special flavors in this? Like, does it taste like
No,
I don't know. No, it's just normal coffee.
It tastes like
it's
ass.
very strong coffee.
Okay, this is
Yep.
Death Wish coffee. Death Wish
Yep.
espresso.
I've been
Acacius
hoping
will.
to share this with someone.
Yeah, he kind of smiles. He's like, "Is this a homemade thing? Is this something you've created yourself, your own recipe?"
Yes, I took the previous most intense recipe that I could find, and I made it more intense.
You've certainly done it. It is so strong. I really appreciate it.
He
It does
kind of
give me
does
a
like
little
the
bit of a
fist
buzz.
pump thing.
Fist bump.
Yes.
Put hair on your chest.
Yeah. Nailed it is what you can tell he's thinking.
Yes, it is. It is certainly doing what it's supposed to do. It is a mastery.
And what you're getting out of this guy is that he loves coffee, and that
Yeah.
you've also previously kind of picked up on his resentment about kind of providing this coffee for free, but he feels he can't get out of it now. What you're not getting from him is any kind of malice
Yes,
or
I figured that.
anything like that.
This
I
is
feel like the
something that someone
cultists
else
came
is
and did
hijacking
something.
him.
Yeah. We
Yep.
got probably more cultists here. Hey, do the cultists that we've seen so far, do they all have like a kind of a robe or something that they commonly wear, or
They have their
Yep,
stupid
pretty
little
much.
insignia.
Yes. Yep.
um,
They're most
Secret
of them
handshake.
that you fight have been. Yeah. wearing that type of thing.
Is the coffee pot within sight of the shop if he delivers the coffee?
It's not like right outside the shop where you could make out details of things. It's like down the end of the block. So
he just knows that people are coming by
numbers of
it.
people, and he did note that there were some people hanging out around the coffee pot this morning, although he didn't get much detail.
Oh, so he wouldn't have seen like an insignia then if...
Do people not socialize around the coffee pot?
For short times only. They pour, they take a couple sips, they chat for a moment, but then they get off to their ship. Otherwise, they'd just sleep in longer.
And you noticed someone today, you think a random person that wasn't a fisherman came by and just stood by your coffee pot for a bit longer than they should have.
Yeah, well, they didn't get on the boat, so I figure they were just mooching off my free generosity.
Maybe if they come back tomorrow. Around what time did you say they came by?
6:30.
Because we might
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
The people coming, the fishermen, or the person.
No,
that
the fishermen start at 6,
and
they basically there's boats leaving from 6 until 8.
The strangers showed up at 6:30.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what Acacius was asking. Like just kind of like along the lines of, okay, they might come back tomorrow.
Is it
it's
one
always a
stranger
concern.
or more than one?
More than one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
3.
3. Okay.
More than one, less than 3.
More than one, less than 3.
More than one, and in fact equal to 3.
How terrible that they're mooching.
I'll give it a try and draw the symbol that we've seen, and see. Do you notice any of them with this symbol?
It doesn't mean anything to me. No.
Okay.
It looks profane.
I know, I'm not a very good artist.
He's acting like he had never seen that in his life. It looked profane. You should make that a symbol for Death Wish Coffee.
No, I wouldn't do that.
What's your name actually? We've been sitting talking with you. We've never even caught your name.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. How rude of me. Second.
Or would we know their name from? I mean, if anyone in our party likes coffee, they would have probably come here before, right?
I'm Seobald.
Seobald.
Seobald. Ceobald.
He's bald, and we see him.
CEO Bald?
Yeah.
Yep.
CEO Bald. Yep.
It's Jeff Bezos.
CEO. Like it's you don't pronounce the letters. I didn't come up with it.
No, yeah.
How did Jeff Bezos get here?
This poor man.
CEO Bald.
Oh my god, man. Comparing him to Jeff Bezos, that's like so mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry, coffee guy. You're nothing like him.
Yep, that's what I wrote down too. The coffee guy.
Coffee guy. Did you just make this one up? That wasn't one of the.
Oh yeah, the character exists,
okay.
But I actually didn't have a name for him.
Yeah.
All right. So what time is it now?
It is approaching. It's probably approaching 4, and Jules is on for the cane.
Yes. Go find out about the cane. We should check out the fishermen as they come off the docks at 4.
That is also happening at 4.
Okay, well, I can do the cane thing at any time, can't I? Like
that is your assumption.
Yeah. So.
If Selena's still sitting in the.
You got
where?
I thought you would have come with us and just read the book all along the way.
No, I'm studying. I don't know. She's
You're not studying at the coffee shop like everybody else.
Yeah, you should already be there.
Not like Lo-Fi Girl. Come on.
Can I
you can
finish?
be in the. You could have stayed
If
in the
she
town
stayed in the
square to
square,
study.
would she
It's a bit
see?
distracting.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
well the
lot
coffee
going on
shop would have
there.
been too.
Yep.
Can she see Mason Gillen when he comes out?
Yeah, at 4 o'clock. Yes, that's right. He does
he
leave
have
his
his cane?
shop without his cane.
Dope.
Don't remind him.
Hey, you forgot your cane.
Damn
Ooh.
it. Well, no, we want to take the gems. I don't want
Oh,
to
I know,
remind
I
him.
know, I know.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
what,
I got
you're just being
confused.
rude.
We're just joking.
No, but I was thinking if we take the canes and then tomorrow we remind him to take his cane with him. Would he have his cane at home every day?
No, we've already tested that.
No, if we take the gems.
If we take the gems out, I think he will.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll try it out, but
Here's
I'm gonna
the
get
thing.
the gems out.
Yeah, let's get the
It
cane and
depends.
let
I'll
the
tell you,
dwarf take the gems
I'm not
out.
going to answer the question for you because you don't know, you don't
We'll
have
find
enough
out.
information yet. But
Oh, yeah, I wasn't
theoretically,
really
it
asking
depends
you,
on
I
what
was-
happens the first night.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have to give it to him tonight. Oh
Here's-
no, he'll never remember it though because it's
Yeah, it'll be us interfering.
At the end of the day, it's not important. What's important is we get the gems.
Hey,
yeah, I know. I just wanted to help this guy.
Jess, do I think we could find gems that look like the ones in his cane? I want to try and do that.
Well, yes, but one of the things that refined comet matter looks like is sapphire. Yes, you could replace them with sapphire if you were.
They
if
won't
you
stay,
found
though.
and bought that much sapphire.
How much would it cost, do you think?
And also,
I
yes,
think?
Celine is right that they probably wouldn't stay. The sapphire would
Exactly.
go back to wherever it was bought from.
Yeah, don't bother. Just take
yeah, that's true.
at the end of this, we can replace his cane. How about
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? We worry about the end of the world first, and then we go on from there.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Jules, are you gonna break in and take the cane from the office?
I am. What's everybody else doing until then?
We'll stay at the docks. We'll watch the fishermen as they come back in.
Okay, I will head to
Studying.
do the cane. My plan is to go in there, pry out the gems, and then take just the gems.
Okay.
Hypothetically, how do you think it's going to take a roll to get the gems out without
of course.
breaking?
Yeah.
Oh no, the dwarf should be taking the gems out.
Hmm.
Don't you think?
Yes.
That's
Well,
what
I
I was
have
thinking.
Someone
tools.
with proficiency in like jeweler's tools would
The
be
dwarf, then.
good to do
Yeah,
it.
let's
Anyone
not
who's
screw this
not
up.
proficient could screw it up.
Yeah. So please
Okay.
wait
Just
on
take
that.
the cane.
Just take it.
Don't get fancy. Take the cane.
Cane.
Might
That
as
is
well use
interesting
that
though. What
hat.
if I take the cane and then we take the gems out? Where does the cane end up?
We can bring
Next
them.
day.
We can just
Great
bring
question.
the cane back.
Okay,
Just
I'm
in
gonna
case.
go get the cane. I'm gonna bring it to the dwarf and get him to take the gems out.
Okay.
Okay, that's my plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna bardic inspiration
So
you before you go.
Gillen's office is annoyingly
I'm
on the corner of the main square where the entire town is. So this is going to
Maybe he has
require
a
a
back
stealth
door.
roll on your part.
First of
Maybe
all, does the here's the thing.
Back door?
First of all, does the guy actually, you know what I'm gonna
Just
do?
have to disguise
I'm gonna go to
yourself
his
to be
home
looking
first.
like him.
I'm gonna go to
His
his
home is
first.
out of town
Why are you going to his home?
because he
Why-
walks past up down the main road by
Because
the.
I'm gonna get his keys and then I'm gonna look like him.
He
and
goes.
come
He
back to the store.
actually leaves his stone workshop and goes to the festival.
Okay, can I get there just before 4?
Can I cause a distraction
Yeah,
or
sure.
something so you can just
Okay.
break in?
Then I will just I'm gonna like try to sneak past him as he comes out.
That is the worst. I mean, I bardic
Actually, no.
inspiration
Here's
you,
what
but
I'm
that's
gonna
the
do.
worst.
When he leaves, I'm gonna bump into him. I'm gonna pickpocket his keys.
There you go.
Okay. That requires a sleight of hand roll.
Yeah.
And did I hear that there was a bardic inspiration headed your way?
Yes.
Okay.
I have
yes.
This shouldn't be too hard. Okay, just to get my character sheet here.
He's like,
Okay.
you go get him, tiger.
And what is that? A D6 now
Yes.
or D8?
D6.
Okay. So sleight of hand. Here's the roll. It is. Did it go in the sheet? Okay.
You got a 10.
10.
You
I'm
rolled
gonna
a
roll the
5.
extra. So I'll get the extra die. Would I just roll that in the game?
Slash R 1d6 space 1d6, or you use the drop down.
So 14.
14.
There. Whew. Yeah, I was about to tell you come back tomorrow. But no, that works. Yeah, you bump into him, you end up with his keys.
Oh, thank.
Okay. And then after he leaves the square, I'm gonna sneak around the other side of the square and with my hat of disguise look like him and come walking back.
So he goes to the square at 4 o'clock. He stays there most of the night because the party's going on.
Okay, then I will just...
When he has to go pee, then...
Yeah,
Right.
he'll have to take a leak
Which
at some
happens.
point. Okay, then when he takes a leak, I will make myself look
He's
like
an old
him
man.
and go
He
into his...
definitely has to go pee.
Yeah. And it'll probably take a while too. So when
Okay.
that happens, I'll look like him and I'll go into his store.
Okay, I was going to require you to roll a stealth roll. The DC was going to be kind of moderate, but instead we're going to go with persuasion, and the DC will be very low.
Okay, or deception.
I mean, right before you do that, I was just gonna give another.
Performance.
Yeah, another.
Performance is better, actually.
bardic.
Yeah.
Might as well use another bardic.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Sorry.
Deception makes more easier for me, but
Deception isn't a thing in this one.
So
persuasion or performance, your
okay,
play.
I'll go persuasion. It's an 11.
Right.
Fucking hell.
I
So
gave you
that's
a
enough.
bardic.
That's enough
She
as
did
it
say
is.
another bardic inspiration.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
enough
So,
though. He said it was
11
enough.
is enough, actually.
Okay.
Like
Still,
it wouldn't have made the stealth roll, but because of the hat of disguise, pretending to be him is not difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just waltz right into the place. You can see as soon as you get in the door that the cane is lying beside on the floor beside his desk.
Okay. And as him, I pick it up and I leave and I lock the store, put my keys in my pocket, and hobble away with the staff.
Drops the keys right outside the
In a
stall that
different
he's
direction.
peeing.
Which where do you go?
Oh yeah, should I
meet up
put
with the
pocket?
group?
No, it'll go back to him anyway tomorrow. So the keys. Oh, unless he can't get into his house.
Oh no, they're made of comet matter.
The keys are made of comet matter.
Keys are not made of comet matter. I'll just put your minds at ease right there.
Okay, can I put?
Too bad. I was gonna lay awake all night thinking about that one.
Okay, first I will take the staff to the dwarf, who I assume doesn't know Mason.
No, well,
No, he's from out of town.
he doesn't recognize the staff when you hand it to him
good.
anyway.
Then I'll say, can you get these 3 gems out too and put one of them in my hat?
Oh,
I don't
these are
like
nice.
that you said it was a staff instead of a cane.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Staff
a
for
giggle. I
halfling.
don't like that either.
Yeah, it depends on your perspective.
He says, certainly. Okay, here we go. And he starts working on it. You guys have done me such an incredible service. Of course, I'll do this. But I think after this, maybe I'd like to go get a bite to eat. I'm getting a little hungry.
Oh, don't worry, I'll serve you. I'll go find something for you. What would you like?
Oh, chicken. Chicken would be wonderful.
Okay, I get him some chicken.
And his wife says, "Oh, and the little things, the little red ones." He says,
The strawberry?
yes, strawberries. Those are them. That's
Sure.
perfect. See if there's any strawberries.
No problem.
Little red
I assume we're at the Dapper Drunk at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because wouldn't they go back to their room there?
I hadn't really thought about where you'd be. What does the group think? Where should the dwarf?
Are they
be
just
right
chilling
now?
at the freaking?
I don't think they would stay at the warehouse.
I don't think so either. But I forgot the word warehouse. Ooh.
I think, I can't think of a better place than the Dapper Drunk. So
Yeah. So like
Well,
he
they
can
could
do
be at
that.
the
He can do that
festival.
in their room, and then I'll bring food up to him.
yeah,
From
They
the
actually-
Dapper Drunk.
they actually don't intend to go to the festival. They're pretty content to spend the evening, just the two of them, without really.
Yeah, I get it.
They're
You
not
don't
in a
need to
partying
explain.
mood.
Yeah, not too surprised by that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the two of us.
So yeah, I'll buy some food from the what they asked for from the bar and get it for them.
Cool. Yeah, so he starts work on the things, the stones, makes quick work of them. And you said you had something to put these in? They're on
Yeah,
to.
I give him the hat for
Okay.
one of them, and then do we have something else? No, I don't think. I think we
The
only.
potion
Today.
bottle, potentially, but not today.
Potion
Otherwise,
bottle?
I don't think the potion bottle would
is that
take a
important?
setting though, would it? I ask him, I guess. Would you be able
You
to?
can put it in the cork.
I can mount it. Sure.
Okay, let's
It's like,
try that then.
He looks at you a little funny because it's a strange place to mount a gem. But he says, "You know what? I'm not asking questions." Yeah, sure, I'll do
Great.
We just get the
I love
cork
that.
and not anything else.
that.
Anything
Yeah, he
else you
mounts-
need,
so he
I'm
mounts-
here.
One on the hat, one on the potion, and he just hands you, takes the third one and says, like, "Yeah, here you go. Here's an extra."
Okay.
Cool.
Then I head back to the square. I make sure that I hide the cane, and then I try to make sure I know where the guy is in the square.
Mm-hmm.
And once I know where he is, I wait for him to go to the bathroom again, and then I go open the door of his office, put the cane back where it was, and then leave. And then I
Okay.
go to put pocket. I make a put pocket roll.
Go ahead and roll the sleight of hand again.
And I look around for a bardic inspiration.
You already
still
have
one
mine.
from before.
Oh, I didn't use it. Yeah, okay. So I
Yep.
got it. Okay.
Look around for a bardic. Oh, there's one just over
There's
there. by
one
the
right
look,
there.
Random
step of that
bard in the
building.
toilet.
Bardic inspiration machine.
Jeez, I hope the bad guy.
Okay, I got a
Flying
22 on this
everywhere.
one, so I'm pretty good at that.
Boom. Yeah. So, let's see. What time is it? Oh, yeah, let's see.
I assume that would take a few hours for me, so.
Right. So, yeah, at 7 o'clock, Gillen is. You bump into, like, you approach him, and he's actually in the middle of. He is accusing a stranger. He's a little drunk, and he is accusing the person beside him of stealing his walking stick. He claims that he just put it down for a moment.
So does he do this before I get there?
Yes,
is he
he's doing
Alzheimer's?
this before you get back.
Does he
Okay,
have
I'm
dementia?
gonna actually, when I see that happen, I won't put pocket yet.
No, he's
I'm gonna
got
go.
drinking alcohol disease.
I'm gonna go back and get the cane and then put it under his table and do the put pocket roll for
But
that.
now
And
he's
his
gonna think he
keys.
stole
Okay.
the gems from it.
Go for it.
Okay, well, I'll
No,
just assume
actually,
it was
I'll
that
use the
roll,
same
right?
roll, that's
yeah,
fine.
and so I put his
Um,
keys and his cane, kind of clatter the keys onto the ground.
Yeah,
So
so like there's about to be a scuffle here.
Yeah.
He is about to get that, but one of the people on the side goes, "Is that your cane there, sir?" And points under the thing, and he stops, and there was actually guards coming in, and like, but he stops, and the guards kind of like hold their position, and he looks under the table and says, "Oh, yes, it is," and he says, and he picks it up. And he says, like, he like shakes it at the guy who didn't actually take it, and he doesn't even have a case anymore, but he's like a little tipsy, and so he kind of trundles off before he gets into any more trouble.
Great. And he got his keys, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Mission
and then
accomplished.
at the docks.
At the docks.
Back at 4 o'clock.
Back at the docks.
Yep. So the first ship started arriving pretty much right at 4, and you can tell something is off. Like normally, the first thing that happens is the ships pull in, and the dock workers come out, and they have like these hoists with nets on them. They basically put fish in the nets and lift them off the boats and put them on the dock, and people with carts come and get them. And all with the support of the people on the ships. But the people on the ships are having none of it today. And as soon as they get to the dock, you can see them immediately disembarking from the ships. and they're not happy with each other. And some of them are just like, you just hear, you don't even hear what the first line is. What you hear over and over again is, "What'd you say?" And like that immediately leads into, either a couple people pushing each other or maybe a thrown punch or something like that. Nothing lethal or nothing that you'd consider like lethal damage, but everybody is in this tense mood. And the ships are coming in over a long period, over hours, just like when they leave in the mornings. And like the fish aren't being offloaded, and the dock workers are trying to keep up for a little while. But then the ship people are worried that the dock people are trying to put them out of their jobs, and they get mad at the people working on the docks. And the people from the ships are more kind of violently attuned than the ones on the docks today for some reason. And the people on the docks are having none of it, and they just all go home. And the fish remains on the boats. Nothing gets unloaded, and there are numerous scuffles. And by like 5 or 6 o'clock, between 5 and 6 o'clock, the guards start arriving and start kind of bringing people, threatening them with swords and things like that. And most of them are unwilling to confront someone with a sword. There are some that do, but most of them even are brought down without serious injury. The guards are doing a pretty good job of knowing they're treating them basically like drunk people.
Are they trying to get him to leave, or are they trying to get him to unload the boat?
No, the boats are just sitting full of fish that's not going to get unloaded.
Okay.
Ew.
No kidding. The docks are not going to have a scent-free evening.
Name will be bad tomorrow evening, however. If it was going to happen, it'd be horrible.
Yep. There is basically no one here to work the docks or the ships from any point on. The captains, even themselves, are super testy, and
There's not like one guy who doesn't drink coffee. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
If there were, being around these people all day made him angry enough to blend in. So it's just chaos. It's non-violent, non-lethal, but violent chaos.
Cool.
With anger spilling over and fists and stuff like that. And anyone you approach to try and ask any questions of is having none of it.
Man.
That's gonna be
too bad we don't have calm emotions.
Yeah.
Dispel magic, maybe.
That is too high of a spell level.
I think
that's a third level.
Level 3.
Yeah.
It is. It is a third level spell.
Woo. Well, I don't got that.
Nope, me neither.
The only other one that might have a chance is Lesser Restoration, but nobody has that.
Lesser Restoration is a second level spell.
Yeah.
I do have that probably.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if this is to do with something with them drinking the coffee, they're not going to know why they're like this.
This is a very long-lasting potion. Or poison.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't kill each other on the boat.
So that's interesting. That's an interesting point that you are able to bring up. And this apparently came on late in the day. They weren't like this all day. They pulled all the nets just fine. If it was really 8-9 hours after they left shore that this kind of set
maybe
on.
Something happened.
Delayed blast.
Delayed blast anger bolt. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Reminds me of home.
Would this seem like something similar to like a charm spell, but like change emotions spell? Like there's some sort of like
an uncharm spell.
Well,
Something
both of those things.
Cassius might be familiar with from being surrounded by wizards all day.
Charm spell is an enchantment, and the coffee did radiate of enchantment, so there's definitely that similarity. Yes.
Okay. Like he can't pinpoint it to anything more specific. He's like, it's enchantment, some sort of enchantment, anything, but I can't say for certain what.
Not with detect
It's
magic,
familiar.
no.
Okay, no, not with detect magic. Just from like a general, like, I've been around wizards for about 8 years of my life.
Check maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give an Arcana roll.
He's a +1. This is not going to go well.
You never know.
15.
Well,
15 is a solid roll.
2 15s.
This is not outside the realm of alchemy.
Oh, okay.
That like there are a number of ways to accomplish an effect like this. Alchemy is certainly one. Magic spells. It would probably be harder to do with a spell to affect this many people.
His one thing that he was more concerned about is does he know of anything that delays the effect?
Yeah, it's yes, it's not particularly uncommon. But with potions, most people want the effect immediately, so it's not usually used. But it's not a super advanced technique.
Okay, so you don't have to be some major schmo to do it. Okay.
Is there a
regular old
Regular schmoes only? Yep.
Is there a of the guards that came down? Is there a captain or one of the higher level guys, or are they all basically regular guards?
They're all regular guards, and they are something. They are acting a little bit strangely disconnected. Like they're not coordinated particularly well. It's almost like their boss was distracted all day.
Or getting kidnapped and had her tongue cut out.
Getting kidnapped and then dealing with the results of being kidnapped. That's right.
Just
By the way, when you
Okay.
left her, she said she was going to go to the castle to report
Okay.
what had gone on. So that's where she went after you left her.
Understandable.
All right.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, in talking to one of the guards after they get the people to disperse a bit. Just out of curiosity, where were you guys stationed before you had to come and deal with this?
That's such a good question.
I wish I had thought of it. I'm thinking
at the gates. But don't worry, we left some people there.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, there's not many people. Most of the people coming to the celebration at this time are already there. The traffic at the gates has actually died out a bit, so we just left a couple people at each one. And
at the entrance to the city gate or the castle gate?
The city gate. Yeah, castle gate has different. So here's another bit of lore for the town. The castle walls are patrolled by soldiers. Also, the city wall is patrolled by soldiers. The gates and inside the town are patrolled by guards under the sheriff.
Okay.
So there's like a military and a civilian force in the town. So this is the civilian force, and they deal with like people coming in and out of the gates, but they don't patrol walls.
Right.
And the castle has their own force that does the walls and the walls of the castle.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, this
Bretham arms both the forces.
This number 15
And she has
How
Monopoly.
How well do they get along?
You haven't seen or heard of much in the way of animosity. Do you have any specific questions?
No, just observations and stuff like that. Anything that stands out, that's all.
They don't talk much. The people on the walls end up like. In fact, you don't talk to the people on the walls much either, or the people in the castle. They're a bit highfalutin. And they don't really interact with the townsfolk very much. They're a bit official. I guess they're maybe a bit more respected as combatants, mostly because they don't have much in the way of friends here. Whereas the guards, know the people. They all know you when you come to the gate. In a way that the people on the walls don't.
We all know them kind of like by name.
Mm-hmm. It's the same people at the gate every time, right?
Right.
Not just today, but usually the same people stationed there. That's why, in the morning, Harlan smuggles this cultist in a cart, and nobody searches his cart because they know Harlan.
Gotcha. Man, all right. It's gonna be difficult to keep all this stuff straight day after day. It's like, all right, so we're gonna do this, this, and this, and this. So every day we reboot, we'll just say we're gonna do,
No, there's so many things we have to freaking do now during reboots. It's like,
yeah.
And basically, as these things come out, I acknowledge that as a DM, and so I'm basically going to ask you point blank at the beginning of the day which things you're going to do, and I don't mind reminding you. Your characters remember this stuff better than you do because we do this 3 hours a week, and they do it.
Management that I'm like about.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a question that may or may
if
not
there's
be related.
Something, sorry, I'll just to go on that. If there's something that you want to remember to do next time, let me know.
We should actually write out a schedule in your document of what happens at each time.
I basically am.
But yours is organized by site more than
at the very bottom.
Oh, is it?
I have a section that is things of note to remember to do on following loops. So if there's something you want to add in there, I add it in there. Once we've done it, it goes into the rest.
Oh, that's way more organized than I am.
I have a very
I'm not organized at all.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the fishermen? Is there anything more digging?
I don't think, honestly, there's much we can do. It happens before we start our day. All of them except for there's only a few that aren't on the boats by then. So like we could stop a couple, but I don't know that.
No, like when we wake up bright and early in the morning, have they already put out to sea?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock, the first boats have put out to sea. At 6:30, the coffee comes out. At 7 o'clock, you guys get up, and boats are still leaving until 8.
Oh, is there a way for one of us to be out there to see if any monkey business is going on with the coffee? The next reboot.
Not really.
At 6:30, no, none of you wake up at that time.
What time does Rain wake up?
Yeah.
Yes.
He wakes up 15 minutes before us, I'm pretty sure. Not 30.
Up.
What if he woke up 30 minutes before us, though?
Because I remember, from what I remember, he only wakes up enough that he can pretty much get to us before we wake up.
No, he does get up earlier though, and he isn't in the inn. He's somewhere else.
He's in a different inn.
Yeah, he's in town.
Which is wild to me that this town has 2 inns.
Number 10. It's closer to you guys than the docks, but he does get up earlier.
But it's closer to the docks than we are.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to find out what time he gets up. The one thing that we may want to do though, so the two things that Hep is kind of curious on is the cultists are doing specific things for specific reasons. So what is the specific reason for having this scuffle? Is it to bring guards here away from the gate? Or is it something to do with the smell of the fish covering up something else?
That's a good point. I didn't even think about the smell of the fish covering something up.
Or maybe just physically covering something. Maybe there's
coming
something
in from the sea. Or
no idea. I'm just saying that everything so far seems to point that the cultists are doing something. They kidnapped the dwarf's wife. They need him to get through the gate. They're using the gate in order to be able to get Bretham. They're releasing the horses to get Marissa out of the way. Well,
yeah,
we don't know yet why, but everything they're doing so far seems to be purposeful. What is the purpose behind this?
Yeah. Is there a
Yeah.
intersection point in all this?
Wait, was Bretham?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I was asking, who was the ones controlling the guards again? Was Bretham one of the ones?
No, Bretham supplies weapons to both the city guard and the soldiers.
But I mean,
Correct.
it's too late for them to do anything about that. So just killing her seemed.
Well, it might not have been about killing her. So all of the
True.
extra
Burning
weapons
down the.
and she even mentioned it one time about the fact that all the shafts for all the weapons would have been burned in the fire. So it might have not been so much killing her, but it could have been about destroying the extra things in case the cultists have a big enough thing that they're actually going to storm the city. Right?
Our current project has been pole arms for the
Yeah.
soldiers.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
it's all. Oh yeah, it's all
so
coming
there's
together.
always something.
Have we been in the castle
Or it
yet?
could be
No,
that
not really.
What is the docks?
it could be that they're looking for something, and so they just attack a place and
Was the lighthouse?
hoping it's there.
Actually,
The lighthouse.
so I have a thought, and I don't know how we would go about examining this. But
They're probably looking for the gem.
do you wonder if
Or
they're
the eye,
dredging the sea?
Oh,
Maybe.
Yeah, the sewers would lead to the sea. Yeah,
So
they're definitely searching for the eye. So maybe
Yeah.
next session we should go into the sewer entrance.
Well,
I want to go in the sewer so
so
bad.
So I'm actually suggesting that since we're here tonight and we've got the time, we're not sure what we're going to do next. We could actually search the hall from all the fishing boats.
Yeah, we might as well.
Is it 6:00 yet?
Whenever,
Yes.
I'm done studying my spell then.
One of
you have mastered stop.
I got a good one.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I got a good one from one of the viewers. They said cultists are always doing good things for good reasons.
Yeah. We can have Smedley patrol the sewers.
Thanks.
I think we've already established that these cultists are not the brightest cultists.
They're so dumb. They don't even know what they're worshiping.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of fucking cult is that? You're just an idiot. You're just a henchman.
They're like Trump followers.
How about this?
Like in VeggieTales, they're the pirates who don't do anything.
Except that at least Trump followers have like a purpose that they know that they believe in. These guys are
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, we're getting paid. Like, you're just a henchman. You're not a cultist.
There are two types of cultists you've encountered. One is the believer, and one is the yes, I'm getting paid.
Yeah, they're just henchmen.
Yeah.
I think
the
actually
ones that have no idea.
instead of us having to search these things, which would be gross and smelly, we could actually just stay here out of sight, watch the docks to see if anybody shows up.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good idea. I like
And
that.
then we can all skip time ahead of it just to see.
Well, I was wondering, could we just send Smedley down?
To the sewers.
Yes.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's okay. Everybody's talking at once.
Do you want him to just investigate the ships, maybe? Why don't we get him to investigate the ship, see if there's anything unusual?
Well,
that's obvious.
We just need to figure out why they're doing this. So for us to stay here and watch is easy.
We can do that.
We could do that and send Smedley into the boats.
Sure.
Yeah.
Invisible.
He can go invisible and he can fly. So.
Yep, he can help patrol.
Also, Selena's
It wouldn't
just going
take
to
him
pass
long to
Acacia's
fly
the
to
book.
the entrance of the sewers
sewer.
that you know about. The one thing I
Are
would
we
say
sending him
is
to the
it does
sewers?
involve flying over a patrolled wall.
Yeah,
where there will be ranged weapons.
Invisible.
Well, he's
He doesn't
invisible.
look.
He's
kind of suspicious looking.
He's invisible.
Oh, then that's gonna be easy.
Wait. I thought he was going to search the ships. I'm confused.
No, I think it's best
Why don't
if
we just
send
get
him
him to
the
do both?
sewers.
Why don't we do both?
We'll
to
watch
fly
the
through
ships.
all the
He
ships.
does this to us.
He can just fly
Okay,
through
okay.
all the ships and look in the holds, see if there's anything unusual there, and then after that, go to the sewer.
Selena really wants to go in those fucking sewers.
Yeah, we'll do that
Okay.
tomorrow when we figure out how
yeah.
big of hip waders we have to wear.
Cool.
So
tell us that part.
The first part, looking at the docks, there are a few people left here. Not like the ship workers, but the ship captains. Like, for example, Tusker is here. and he's got some friends who are ship captains, and they are madly trying to keep their improperly tied ships from just smashing against the wharfs. And they're running around and just trying to tie lines and throwing things to each other and catching them and tying them onto things. But there are not enough people here to keep this many ships safe. And like some of them like actually start floating out to sea.
Can we help?
Absolutely. Yes, especially so sleight of hand for rope work. How would you like to help?
Oh, Celine's
Sleight of
not
hand
good
with
at
rope work.
that.
Let's see.
Do I have any spells that
I'm
can
not
help with
so
this?
good with
No,
sleight
I
of
do
hand.
not.
Athletics.
If this is a skill
Anyone who can get their
challenge,
hand on a line can roll on.
Ooh,
Make an
who wants
athletics
guidance,
roll.
baby? What's up? Boom,
Anyone
boom, boom,
who
boom.
wants
Hey,
to
Brent,
be
I'm gonna
tying and
use
stuff like that can make a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna use
Just
suggestion.
justify your skill. Figure out what skill you want to roll to keep these ships safe.
I'm grabbing ropes.
Right,
I'm
sounds
going to
good.
use I'm going to use
guidance.
suggestion and suggest to some of the passersby who aren't doing shit to actually help out.
Okay, that sounds good. So you won't have to make a roll, but it'll cost you a spell slot.
Yeah.
What
I'm
are
cool with that.
Sounds good.
what can I do? Like, can I do? You said sleight of hand. What can I do for that?
Sleight of hand is like the rope
Tying
use
off.
skill.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
this
I'll
is a
do that then.
stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I'm
This
back
is a
now.
stretch.
Yep.
Can
18.
Perfect.
Can I use my expertise at tying bandages to make a medicine check to tie the rope?
see, I was
Medicine
going to
check
say
tie the
something
rope.
similar. I was thinking about can I use performance in my expertise of tying stringed instruments?
Wow.
No to both of those.
Okay.
But
I did say it was a stretch.
yeah, I will actually give. I will
shit.
still let you roll medicine though, because there are injured people here who could help.
I'll give
If
you
Oh,
a
you
yeah,
PS
sure, I'll
roll.
do
can get
that.
them up.
Awesome. I'm not good at sleight
Why
of
am I
hand.
keep rolling doubles?
Well,
That
that's a
is
good
pretty
one.
good rope use. Okay. Um,
I keep
Ooh,
rolling
24.
2 4s,
and
2
there you.
15s,
That's
2
those are
18s.
all really great rolls. Actually, there's not a single roll beneath 15. So yeah, you guys get a pretty good handle on things. And the captains and the remaining ship people who seem unaffected and who are kind of working on this stuff say, "Oh, geez, I don't know what we would have done without you. These are our livelihood. These are. I'm so glad you were here to help us. Lock this down."
So
Can I make a
This is
perception check?
happening a lot.
did we
You
see
may-
anybody like unhook
What are you
anything?
trying to perceive?
Just like if anyone shady's hanging around.
Would that be
Hmm.
insight?
Okay,
Anyone
that works
shady hanging
too.
around it could be perception.
Perception.
It doesn't matter. I have a
Yeah,
+6 to both of those things.
It's most of the crews.
Go ahead.
The boats, they weren't able to be tied down.
Ooh,
Oh,
21.
21.
You don't see anyone.
Okay.
If this was nefarious, they fire and forgot.
Yeah. Does it look like anybody cut anything or
But there
any
is
sign of
actually
foul
one
play?
thing. There is
Mhm.
actually one thing, Celine.
Mm-hmm.
You still kind of have the feeling you're being watched.
Fuck! Right, I forgot about that.
wait, what?
That came and went earlier today when we were near Mr. Mason's place.
You know what?
Can I look around again
Medley.
and see if I can figure out what is watching me?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Is it
gonna
another
have
perception
It's
roll?
the same roll. It's a good
Oh.
good roll. I don't think you need to roll two rolls
Okay.
for the same thing, basically.
the Celine tell us that she has this
The,
feeling.
the sensation of being watched is all you get.
Ah, fuck.
Invisibility?
No, I tried see invisibility.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
tried that.
Okay.
Has,
I have that spell.
Celine,
Didn't help.
has Celine told us about this feeling?
We both
Other people
had it.
perceived it earlier. What do you
something
do about it
fucking-
now?
There's something watching us.
I'm gonna have Smedley kind of patrol around the area within eyesight and look for anyone who's just kind of paying unusual attention to us. So I have him going in larger and larger circles in the area until...
It could be a spell, no?
Yeah.
It could be a scrying, but...
Ooh, can I do detect magic?
I think we did that last time too, didn't we?
No.
Oh no, yeah, you only did see
invisibility last time.
That would have seen a...
you go ahead and cast detect magic. You got it. You got another spell slot of that level prepared.
No, but I can cast it as a ritual.
Okay.
Might be too late.
Takes 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
if
we'll still have that.
Yeah,
Acacius can cast it if you tell him.
Yeah, well, Celine just goes, something's watching us.
At that, he can cast detect magic as just like a normal spell slot.
Okay.
I'll tell Smedley to go invisible and look for people. Anything that looks like they're paying attention a little too much to us.
Okay, 1 second.
Beep boop.
Yeah. Acacius, you do get a slight vibe around you of divination.
Okay, so he would assume someone's scrying on us potentially. So they're not physically here, but watching, maybe.
Maybe.
That's probably what his gut feeling would be. Especially if he's not seeing any form, even if they're invisible, glowing.
Yeah, last time this happened, detective invisibility was cast and nothing turned up.
Nothing invisibility didn't work.
Yeah. Yep. But there's a sense maybe they're in the ethereal plane, stuff like that.
Nope, because I can see into the ethereal plane as well.
Hey, never mind.
With see invisibility, and it didn't show me anything.
Yeah, and divination would not, or scrying wouldn't be detected by see invisibility. So.
Yeah. Okay. So he'll just kind of snort, okay, that's kind of what I thought, but there's nothing he can do about it at this moment. So he'll just kind of nod and say, it appears to be a divination of some sort. Do I know what? No. Unless he does have a hunch, but no. Maybe an arcana chunk, but no.
Nope.
But he'll just say that's all I can detect is divination somewhere around us.
I presume you mention it to everyone?
Yeah. The ones that are nearby, he's not going to shout it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But at least he's going to at least tell Celine because she's having a mental breakdown.
It's getting close to 9 o'clock and the sun goes down. Which doesn't really have much of an effect. The moon shines down brightly upon you, and the trail of the comet shows brightly beside it. You can hear that the town square is getting more lively.
Oh wait, real quick before we reset the day, Acacius, did you want to study the book for a few hours?
This is 9 o'clock. We got 2 hours left.
We got 2 hours.
Yep.
No, yeah, I know, but I mean after we did the whole doc thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I immediately forgot about that.
Yep. So at 9, yeah, the sun is going down and the party is picking up. So the kids have gone to bed. The liquor is flowing freely. The band is playing music louder than they were before, and everyone's having a good time.
Except for us.
Did we miss the
Yeah, except for us.
Did we miss the acting
the play?
Yeah, that was at 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
That's at 3? That's really early. I thought it was way later.
Yeah, I mean.
No, it's early in the day when it's light out still.
Oh shit! I was in the square at that time.
You were.
Distracts you while you were studying. What is that?
You were studying the book.
I was studying the books because I didn't fucking notice. Fair enough.
Yep. I mean, you saw it going on, but you didn't catch any of the details that like people were concerned about.
What
Like
play is it?
what play is it, or who is the
Oh, I don't even get to know that.
who are the
Okay.
actors and stuff like that. Learning a spell is not light work. It does
Yeah.
require 100% of your concentration.
Okay.
Like studying math.
Yep.
I don't think I have enough time to study that tonight, so we might as well
Nope.
use our
Yep.
time elsewhere.
Did we want to send the invisible imp in to check out 16?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Let's
So
do that.
the
He's in the
imp gets to
console.
the door, and the door is overgrown. It is. It's like the earth has. It's like a lawn has grown up over the sill of the door.
So you can't pull it open.
He tugs on it, but it is really difficult. I'm not going to give him an athletics check. He's not strong enough to open the door.
Okay.
Is there any gaps big enough to squeeze through?
No, it's
Okay, we'll do
it's
that
a
one
door
next time.
that has been sealed, basically. Like
Okay.
many doors to the sewers once the sewers became too dangerous.
I was gonna say, do we
There's-
know who sealed the doors?
You
Yeah.
know that the sheriff has told you that like nobody's opened a door to the sewer since they were down there 15 years ago.
Okay.
Hey, Dad, you got knock on you?
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
but
first
I'm
time
not
a
anywhere
Cassius ever
near.
calls Umbar Dad. I'm not trying to butter you up.
Nice.
Yep. He might, but he could also
Nowhere
be
near the
partying
critter.
his ass off and drunk.
Maybe he's
Who
drunk
knows?
and I can convince him.
Hey,
Not
bro, you're like
tonight.
a powerful wizard. Could you do something about people scrying on us or spying on us or something? It's freaking me out.
Who would know?
And
Who would spy
Hannon,
on
did you
us?
say maybe you have knock as well?
I do not.
Yeah.
Hey, question for you. Where was Rain when we were being spied on those 2 times?
Oh yeah, where
Where
is
did
Rain?
you leave
we
him?
lose him?
We left him like a dog.
He
I
wasn't
don't
there
know. He's
in
probably
the...
with
No,
us.
actually,
Was he there in
isn't
the
this
warehouse
day?
fight?
Knock with
No.
Eldritch Blast.
No, I think this is one of those times when Rain said to us in the morning that he was gonna not do something for a change.
Was it? I
He
thought
was
we
gonna
just forgot
say-
about him.
No, he's actually said that once or twice.
I feel like we should just write down a note that says, "Remember to talk to figure out what the fuck Rain is doing in the morning."
Right?
Yeah, you guys definitely have gone on some adventures without him, and that's cool. And you know, basically, if you want him to be involved, I'm gonna leave that up to you now.
Yeah.
We should have in the
Fun.
stream like a button that people can press.
Did
It's just
we-
like, "Where's Rain?"
Yeah, where's
The
the
rain button, like the Staples Easy button.
Where's
Make it
Waldo?
Rain
rain.
reminder.
Where's Waldo? Did he come with us to the 13 drain gate?
No.
Okay. So he's been without us all day.
He hasn't been with
And
us
then
all
when
day.
we walked by number 5 and got the first scry feeling, he wasn't there, and when at the docks now, he wasn't there.
I mean, you guys left him, behind right away.
Is there a small enough gap for a spider to crawl through? Or a big enough gap for a spider to crawl through? Because the imp can shape change into a spider.
Can you
You know
shape
what?
change
I'm
at
gonna
will?
say yes. Yes, there is. Okay, so the imp gets in.
Get him, creepy
And
crawly.
inside, it is completely black. What's his vision like? I'm sure he's got something.
Oh, he's got double
Probably.
sight. He's an imp.
Ooh, devil's sight, fancy.
Devil's
Okay.
sight.
Can you bring that up in the chat by any chance?
Magical, double
Or just read
sight. Roll.
It's basically dark sight,
Yeah.
Right.
like dark
Why
vision.
do I
but
feel like the
magical
imp is
darkness.
actually tougher than any of the players?
He
So he's
Why do I
probably
got
think
dark
the imp is
vision,
the
and
one
magical
scrying on
darkness
us?
doesn't make it worse. Okay.
What? Yeah.
It sounds by Devil's Sight like he's got dark vision, and magical darkness doesn't make it worse.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he can
Right.
see in magical darkness and in regular darkness. It can be
This is
completely
regular
black.
ass darkness, but it is
Right.
real dark.
Yeah.
The
luckily,
first
he can
thing that
see
he
through that too.
encounters is a long ladder down,
Okay.
and at the bottom of it there is a pool.
Sorry, it's not stairs, it's a ladder?
It's a ladder. Yep. And there's a pool at the bottom, a very rancid smelling pool. And there's a body.
What?
He goes to check the body out carefully.
The body is of a human.
Yes.
Is it bones?
Yes, it is. It's been down here for many years.
All right. Is there anything that looks unique on this person, like a
A sheriff badge?
necklace, a signet ring?
A sheriff
anything?
badge?
It's holding something, actually.
An eye?
No, if only, right? No.
Smedley will take it.
It is
What is-
holding a note.
How is it the note
What?
still there in the water?
So
Shut up, don't worry about it.
So
Magic.
I'll explain the bit about the pool next time. There's like an area where the ladder lands. There's a landing for it. The pool goes all the way around it.
Cool.
And the note was scrawled. He's got the body. The skeleton has a pen basically in its hands, and this note is clutched in its other hand. And this is what it says. I need to gather my thoughts. Between the goblins to the east and the kobolds to the north, I don't think I'll ever be able to escape this hell. I have to wait here and hope the deputy returns for the sheriff's body. Maybe I can make her understand how this all came to pass. I never wanted to steal the eye, you see. My son, Connell, was on a trip to Westhold, and a woman came to me and said that I had to steal it or he would never return. She was scary, and I believed her. She said I was to take the eye north, up the valley, and bury it on a hilltop. It was easy to get my hands on, but I panicked when I saw the sheriff and the guards at the gate, and so I ran down here. I fled through the dark and got past the goblins to the west, but somehow the sheriff and his deputy did too. Not much further on, though, something in the dark got the sheriff. I heard his scream. I fled north to the cistern, and then east. I found another exit, but it was impassable. I was so close, but I couldn't get out. I was bleeding and tired, and I couldn't carry my pack any further. I left it there and hoped I could find the other side of that escape door and retrieve it tomorrow. I came back here. I avoided the goblins, but found kobolds to the north of here, and I fear they've done me in. I'm certain I could have escaped. I would have told the deputy everything. She may have even understood my predicament and let me go if she could help me find the other side of that damn door. She could have rescued Connell too, but apparently she has blocked off the only way I came in, and now I can't get out. And here the writing gets messy. I leave this note for my wife and son. I hope you'll understand what happened here, and know that I had no choice but to do these things. My candle has gone out. I hope the deputy returns soon. Drowan went.
How do you
And
spell
we'll
his name?
leave it there.
So
The
Imp
horror.
is gonna take the note home immediately.
I don't know
Sounds
if I'm
good.
just tired, but I'm literally gaping.
So am I. I'm in horror. I'm in horror.
That's so fucked up. I was
I'll paste
legit
this
worried
in
I
the
was gonna start
Discord for
crying
people
at
to
the end
read
of
later.
that.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
And the imp is probably like, I've done worse to people. This is nothing.
That's so
Medley, shut up.
sad. Fuck, dude, that's really sad.
Yeah.
He's
I
gonna
need
be
to find
okay.
out about this son and
Might even make-
wife.
It might even make
Poor
Smedley
Connell.
sad. What are you thinking? Smedley's also gonna search his pockets for money.
Motherfucker.
A spider couldn't get that past the door.
True.
Yeah.
He can
No,
go in
in
to
imp
get
form, you
carried
can
up.
shove it through the crack, turn into a spider, crawl through, turn back into imp form, grab it, and then leave.
With the note, not with entire coin.
Well, true. Maybe a coin or two.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
it's
just-
not going to be
just
possible
bring
to
us
get
the
the
note.
note back out through the door. The spider can make it, the note cannot. But the imp can read it to you as many times as it takes for you to write down a copy of it.
Yeah, so he'll memorize the note.
If you recite it while the thing reads, Celine will just write
He's
it in
gonna
her
make it.
journal.
He's
Yep.
going to make it a song, and so what's going to happen is he's going to come back and he's going to sing this note.
Acacius
Awesome.
kind of was like, should this be my next performance act? It's so sad. I feel like the tragedy would invoke so many tears.
Yep.
My raw.
Yeah, he's got decent charisma too, so he might even be able to pull off a good performance.
Does any actually before we adjourn, does anybody have anything else they want to do today, or can we start the next day at dawn?
Yeah.
I just want to make the suggestion that just for the 2 seconds that this lasts, Celine, let
Yeah.
the imp have the ring and wear the ring and see if that brings him into the next day. And then he can give you back the ring and you can give it to him at night again.
Yeah. Okay. Can he stay in my room? Just so if he disappears, the ring stays in the
He
room.
can wear it as like a little belt, and you just like hold him like a squeeze toy.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Imp belt. Or spider belt.
Spider belt.
Spider belt does whatever spider belt can.
You've caught Celine at a very emotional moment. She's like, fine. I was fucked up.
Cool,
For the
okay.
remainder of the night, I wouldn't mind just observing the stuff from 9 until 11 in the square. If there's
Yeah.
anything else that happens there.
Most of the late night stuff is just pretty much drunken revelry.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all then. Oh, and
Okay,
when
awesome.
does Mr. Mason leave?
He's still there when the day resets
Oh, okay.
at 11.
He's a
One
late
thing
night
is,
partier for an old dude.
It is.
we should know at the very least when Rain gets up
Wait a
because
sec.
he's told us. He
Oh,
told
yeah,
us
yeah.
that before.
He went to the
I'm gonna have to go back through notes to figure out exactly when that is. I will get you
back
that
to us.
answer for next time.
Can
Cool.
we tell Rain to try and get to the docks as early as he can tomorrow?
I think
And get rid of the
Absolutely.
coffee?
You want
Hey-
me to just
Or
kick
find
it
out who's
over or what?
poisoning or yeah,
Hey,
whatever.
Jesse, I think you might
Okay.
need to maybe adjust what you might have just said, because if he had the cane with him, he would never have gotten home, so it would have been sitting in the street. So I think he
What's
must
that?
go home. He must go home before.
No,
does-
that's
He
from
doesn't have to go home. It
That's
depends on
from-
what he did the previous night, not what he does tonight.
Yeah, but if the reset happened at 11 while he was still in the street, then wouldn't his staff just be sitting in the street?
No, because he never
I
had
see
it
what you're
in the
saying.
first place.
Oh,
He
no,
was
I get
accusing
what
it when he was
I
drunk.
do.
So do you
no,
wanna
I get
retcon
what
that
I
there,
do
Jess?
understand. I understand what you mean. But
Right.
also whatever.
You have
Well-
an interesting point. I'll address that next time.
Okay, think about it.
Okay.
Actually, the thing is the staff is no longer in the loop, so it might just show up in the.
Oh, I don't
where
care what it does
belonged
now,
to
but
start with.
in the past that should have been the event, because
Yeah.
he would have had it, and
may have
if he
been the
hadn't
event,
gotten
yeah.
home.
I don't know, dude. That note's still fucking me up.
Take a
I'm
week
still
to
stuck
recover.
on that.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream to hear that note again.
It's in Discord.
It's in Discord. I've
Oh,
also
okay.
posted it in my
Great.
notes.
I was
Yeah, I'll
legit,
read
my
through that.
mouth was like open. I was gaping during the reading of that note. What the fuck? I wasn't
Oh,
expecting
thank
that.
you.
Bro.
So
That
good.
is pretty
Guy.
pretty sad.
I want to know if his wife and son are like okay.
Where did he say they were from? Did he say?
He didn't.
Westhold.
So his son was
No,
on the
he
trip
was
to
His
on
son
the
was
trip.
in Westhold.
Oh.
But we've
I'm
got
like,
his
was
It doesn't
he
say where
from
he's
here?
from though.
Druin.
Yeah, he's from
Druin
here.
went, right?
He's
we
from
could
here?
Find out him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to find out what happened, and they need to find out what happened to him.
Druin
And he
went.
deserves a proper burial, and I'm getting very emotional over this fictional man who doesn't exist.
Didn't we?
That's okay.
we
Schmedley's
know
getting
somebody who was
emotional over
went?
the coin purse he probably missed.
Didn't we know of a Went? Didn't we hear someone whose name was
No,
Went?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
This would
Dumbledore
have been
went.
before we got here, anyway.
Yeah.
No, this
Anyway.
All
legendary
he wanted to
dwarf
do was
named
make sure
Dumbledore
his son
went.
was safe. That's fucked up.
Went. Yeah. Bad Spike.
Poor guy.
Good night, all.
All right. Thanks for
Good night.
watching,
See you in a
everyone, and
week.
thanks for playing. We will
Yeah.
restart a new day
broccoli.
next game, episode 11.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Broccoli came
That's-
up.
that's
It's
what
very
I was
close to
gonna
coffee,
say.
but still.
Tune in
That's
next week
actually
for
my next D&D character after Celine is going to be Brock.
May the cultists
Lee.
unite. Good night, Roma
Yeah.
Coon.
Mm.
Good night, all.
Tune in
Night.
next week
Good
for
night.
some more
See you
discussions
next
of
time.
coffee and
Broccoli.
TV shows and whatever
High
else.
School Musical.
High School
It's
Musical.
the
Whatever.
movie High School Musical.
Whatever else we can come out with.
Mostly
the game.
food.
And his
Food and
sister,
Disney
food.
movies.
Cauliflower.
and
Food and
cultists.
bullshit. And so much bullshit.
And cultists.
And cultists. All right, and
Good night, everybody.
I am out of here.
Wait.
One more.
Oh, you're right. XP.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
XP.
of
XP.
course. So there's actually a couple things happened here today that are pretty notable. That aren't necessarily quite commiserate with combat XP, but this is actually going to end up being a more influential session than some of the fighting. So this is a 550 day.
Oh, 550.
That's a big
Baby.
number.
Ooh, about halfway.
Halfway there.
So like another 550
Living
is a
on
little
a prayer.
What?
As the bard, this is my job. Thank you.
I'm there for it. I got charisma too.
Must know 80s tunes. That's like
I have no charisma, but I will join it.
Yeah,
Rolling
it's
a
like
performance check right now.
Goblin
Ooh,
Druid
17.
possesses a
got a
drum but no
20.
talent for it.
That's good.
Ooh.
This is actually a really weird thing that nobody knew about Celine, but she just really fucking loves 80s music.
She doesn't even know she likes 80s
From another
music.
world.
yeah, it just happens to be the 780s, not the 1980s.
70s, yeah.
Yeah.
She really just fucking loves Journey, dude.
Deep trick.
Journeys. Okay.
Journey queen.
Anything else anybody wants to say before we go?
I like
I
ice
think
cream.
that's got me.
Broccoli. That's it.
Broccoli.
Goodbye.
Broccoli out.
Broccoli
Broccoli
out.
out.